hear it.
He has been coughing way, way less, though.
Oh yeah, I am not like coughing is literally now just to get mucus like here and there out.
Yeah.
Or like you know how you need one good cough every once in a while. So yeah, that's one of those types of things.
Yes.
But no, I'm doing good.
No, we do not have any Figment trash cans. Sorry. I wish
No,
we did.
no, we don't have much of trash cans as it is.
Yeah.
You guys wipe us out whenever we get stuff like that.
Let's go for our first giveaway.
But then past that, it was the what's the other thing? The oh, the baby plush. No, somebody sent me that picture, and I was like, "That's amazing." So I didn't go to
I
Epcot.
already
No,
put my foot down. We're not getting
no,
it.
or no. Julie already said
No, we have way too much stuff.
somebody went and said I need to go there, slobber on it, and then you have to buy it for
Oh
me.
yeah, that's how
That's
it worked the first time.
that's how I got my last TV. You know, last
No.
Julie's like, we already have a 70-inch TV. We don't need an 80-inch TV. And I was like,
Right?
this one's already got my spit on it.
Oh
And she's like, oh, I guess we have to buy it.
no. Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna be getting a baby plush.
No take backs.
No take back.
Don't make me laugh. Good, Rebecca.
The laughing will trigger the coughing.
But no, this is the thing is the we went, I saw the picture, I was like, it's cute, it's adorable. They've had those plushes for years. And they've done different characters here and there. I'm actually surprised it took them this long to do Figment. But I mean, it is cute. It is cute. It's not anything that I stuffed animals are like the least of my concern right now. The only stuffed animal you could consider me thinking about is the original guys because I want an army of those at some point in time.
Mhm.
Julie says no, but
Yeah.
I want an army of those guys.
That's okay. We don't need to do that.
Yes. So if I bring him to the pin event, Julie will yell at you. Yes, Julie will yell at
Oh
you.
yes, because he's like fallen over right now, and he's wearing the hat that's behind Richard. But there's a humongous plush up there that Richard came home with a long time ago from a pin event, and guess what? He traded pins for it, and I was like, but why? But why, Richard?
I remember my favorite one was I bought three statues that are still sitting in boxes over here.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
I have to figure out what I want to do with
I
them.
think you bought that in our March pin event. You bought that.
Fancy has had a lot to say this whole entire
She's
morning.
so lovey today.
She oh do we mention you? Fancy.
She's gonna jump on the shelf.
Fancy. Hey,
See,
Fancy. Say hi to everybody.
she's so lovey today, and she's so vocal. So I'm sure we're gonna be hearing her.
The Figment Pez dispenser, I do have the Figment Pez. She's gone now.
She's on the shelf.
Yeah, she's on the shelf. I did get the Figment Pez dispenser when that came out. That was one of those things. We did flash sales here on Whatnot, and we sold them for like half price.
Mhm.
But when we did that, I got an 11th one, and we sold 10 of them to you guys
Yes.
at half price. And Crush got one. But yeah, no. Fancy is usually with Evelyn. Thor, I think, is already with Evelyn because Evelyn has chicken nuggets. So
Yep.
he's gonna be like cuddling
That
up with
checks out.
checks out. Whoever has food, that's where Thor will be. But
So yeah.
good news is today,
Yeah.
welcome. If you're brand new here, I am Rich from Figment Guy Pens.
Hello, I am Julie from Figment Guy Kid. Welcome.
And today
We are giving away a $250 Disney gift card. And this is open up for international buyers or viewers. You don't have to buy anything. It's not a buyer giveaway.
Yeah.
We appreciate your purchases, so you can definitely purchase. But this is good for everybody to get in on, including international.
Remy, not Ratatouille. You said
Yeah,
it.
I kid- I
You
kid-
said it before I. You said it before I could. So $250 gift card. No purchase necessary.
Yes.
Just hang out with us. Have fun. Be in the chat. Be
Wait,
active.
there's more.
You guys, we broke 850 bookmarks in the show.
Yeah.
So we're giving away a Grandma Gummy Chef Special pin, limited edition of 250. This will be given away at some point in time in the show.
Good job.
So when you guys come in and
There's one
say,
job to do on
"Hi,
our
Laura."
last show, and it was to bookmark for today's show, and you did it. So that's
How
why
many-
we're giving that away.
how
And
many-
that's open up for international also.
How many power limes is that one, Julie?
How many? I don't know.
So 71.
You
It
did
was
the math on
71. So you get about 35.
35.
You get about 35 bags of power limes.
Nice.
with that. Just so you know.
And if you have a discount, you might be able to get more technically.
That's
If you
true.
have a
You got some
package
AP
discount.
discounts. I wasn't doing the AP
Really
discount.
fast before Richard flips the screen. So we are going to be having our pin event this next Saturday coming up. We are not going to have a show on Fridays. So if you're new here, we do shows every Sunday at noon. We do Tuesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. We will have our Tuesday show. We are not going to have our Friday show. We are going to have our Sunday show like normal, but not Friday. But here's the thing, all of those pins that are in the bin, the buy it now, the little shop area, those are going to be gone after Tuesday. So if there's something in there that you want and that you need and you've been bookmarking, because I see all of the
Bookmarking.
numbers on them. I've been watching. You guys are bookmarking some of those grails. They're going to be gone. They're going to go to the pin event. They're not going to be back again. So it's today or it's Tuesday or it's gone. Just want to forewarn you, those will be gone, and the entire buy it now section will be overhauled and new items. So just giving you that little heads up there.
So good news is that, like I said, Tuesday we'll have a $1 start show. That'll be everything. There was a lot of questions coming through. So like, if you have a question, ask it again or spread your questions out. Like, everyone always asks questions within the first 3 giveaways, whereas if we ask them like every 5 minutes or so,
Second giveaway.
I can we can like talk about that, and it makes it a lot more engaging for you guys. So I can give you more of an answer than just a yes or a no or something like that.
Yeah.
So just so you know, I did see the question of.
Well, that's true. Friday is 4th of July, so it's a good call. We're not going to be on.
Yeah,
We would have been on, but with the pin event
we still would have.
Saturday.
So Sunday's going to be a little bit of an interesting show. This is the plans for Sunday. I'm going to post on Saturday night when we finish up with everything, and I'm going to post what we actually traded for. And if you guys have seen my hauls that I get from trade events, you've probably seen it's pretty epic. So I'm going to post the pictures, and then what we're going to try to do is do a show and sell on Sunday, where we are basically taking pins and just kind of showing to you, telling you what the price would be. If you want us to run it, we're going to go ahead and run it. So you can have first dibs on whatever I traded for.
Yes, that'll
And
be fun.
I think it'll be a good way to do it. It'll be a good way to show it to you guys. I can actually price while I'm sitting here. So if nobody wants me to run it, I can actually write up the tags and have them all ready. And it might save me from having to price a ton of stuff or write up tags and stuff like that.
So you'll be able to see those pictures of what we trade for at the pin event on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it'll also kind of overflow into Sunday, so you can see it in the morning if you're a morning person. But yeah, we're gonna run all of that. Well, as much of that as we can.
Yes. The store right now still has items in it. Everything is pretty much that's in there is either offers or not offers. So the kind of Graily Grill stuff is non-offers. That's stuff that's just going to run. The stuff that is offers, we're accepting all offers on pretty much anything. I will like when we get some of the grails out of there so that we can have it back to all offers being available.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that more, where it's like we'll accept offers on everything, because it's 10 times easier than having to explain it like back and forth. Well, I'm going to take this at the Pinnamin, because there's stuff that's sitting in there right now that you guys could buy that I already have like pre-trade set up for if I wanted to.
If it's still there.
If it's still available, if it makes it to the Pinnamin. So
right. Yeah.
who will be at the event next Saturday? A lot of people. I mean, they might be asking you guys. I think they're asking you guys.
We have 81 tables with vendors, and it's going to be amazing. So many.
81 tables from Grails to getting in.
Disneyland, they do host pin events out there, but we don't have any contacts on that. So best thing I could say is go onto Facebook, look at events.
I would check like Joey's
pop up.
I would check like Joey's Collectibles. You know, if you're looking for someone who's in California, that's somebody who would basically, would let you know automatically right then and there. So we talk about pulling pins. You guys, I love when you understand the assignment. So Julie, how many pins were pulled today?
You didn't tell me. I don't know.
I didn't tell you.
You didn't tell me.
140 pins were pulled today.
Nice.
You guys pulled 140 pins. Good job.
That's a lot.
That's amazing because just makes life easier when we're running through stuff.
Mhm.
We're gonna do the 140 pins. If you would like us to, this is the whole point. When we get towards the end of the show, we'll see how it's going. I have some dollar start boards. I have carded stuff. I have a whole bunch of things that we can do. So we'll kind of take it where it goes. But I figure we'll start with the 140 pins that you guys pulled because that's the stuff that you guys wanted. So
Yeah. Keep the chat active and, we'll reward you.
when is the giveaway? Question mark. You gotta watch.
And I did put show notes, so if you guys want to read the show notes, you can. Whatnot is doing their own big, huge giveaway
JoJo's Circus
also.
to get pulled.
So if
Yes.
you made any purchases from Friday, Saturday, or today in any of the Once Upon a Summer shows, the exclusive, like branded
Yes.
ones, the official, I should say, you're eligible for the big Whatnot giveaway, and
Mhm.
that is automatic. Once you make a
In
purchase,
any show
you're
that was
automatically
once
put
upon a
into
summer.
that. So that's really exciting.
So if you haven't made one yet, I mean, I'm on like day 3 of antibiotics and I can feel it's working, but like this is still this. This is the main problem right here.
Did JoJo's
Like
Circus get pulled?
Yes, I did say it.
Okay,
JoJo's
sorry.
Circus did get pulled.
There we go.
Double ear infection and a sinus infection.
Amy Powell, congratulations. You got that second giveaway.
So
So let's
it started with a sinus infection that I basically didn't do anything about, and then it went to ear infections. Yay!
yay.
Let's see. Any tips for getting bulk? Ooh, a Donald Pass retired Donald. They don't even make these designs anymore. Donald Pass holder magnet. Any tips for getting bulk authentic pins online? Anything you're going to be finding bulk authentic pins online is going to be fake pins, and that's the biggest kind of thing right now. um, I'll be honest, there are people that still go onto my videos on Instagram and on TikTok specifically. Or is this giveaway too?
This is 3, so we need to start doing
Okay,
that.
I'll talk about it. But I still have people coming on to a lot of my videos saying they can't all be fake. You guys have seen the boards. They're they're all fake. Um, and the Facebook group is probably the best place. We'll flip it over and let them know. Pin trading Disney. So the one thing I will say is, and this is, we're gonna have to change this paper here very soon, probably because I changed the logo for me. The logo in the group hasn't changed yet, so you're still gonna be looking for that. But eventually, the logo for the group will probably be changing. But uh, on Instagram, Figment Guy pins. Julie is the Figment Guy's wife. Figment Guy pins on Instagram. The Figment Guy on Instagram. Julie is the Figment Guy's wife. On TikTok, I am the Figment Guy. On YouTube, I am the Figment Guy, and on Pinpicks, I am the Figment Guy. It's called Brand Synergy. Look for the logo. But I will say this: um, I have a lot of people that keep asking me questions about real and fakes. I've posted like 8 videos in a row of how to spot things on fakes. So if you want to know, you want to get some good knowledge, the pin group, watch some of my videos. Nice, quick, and easy. Next pin event, we were just talking about that. July 5th. So that's coming up
Next Saturday.
too quick. So 9 to 5, absolutely free to get in, free for parking. Past that, can't be at July 5th. We got September 6th and November 8th are 2 other pin events that we got coming up. And then we got next year's pin events up top there. These are open. These, we have tables available, ready to go if you're interested in becoming a vendor. I'm telling you, probably after July 5th,
A lot of spots are going
a
to
lot of spots are going to be filled,
because
and
a
it
lot
might
of
be,
our vendors are going to be picking spots on July 5th,
yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah, they're going to be picking their spots and where they're going and everything. So that's going to probably be very limited after that. Next year, also, we have July 24th and July 25th. That is going to be our first pin event in Ohio. We're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. And this is Great Northern Mall, which is North Olmsted, Ohio. Probably about 10 minutes away from the airport over there. Come to Illinois. Illinois can come to Ohio.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can make a road trip. Oh, we got a whole bunch of fragment.
And you're being sponsored by Pinpicks for the Ohio event.
Yeah,
So
Pinpicks
very
is
excited
official
about
sponsor
that.
on that, and we have some more information that will be coming down the pipeline hopefully soon once we iron out some details with some more exciting information about that. Come to Texas. Texas isn't that far from Ohio. You should come to Florida.
Yeah.
I got 12
Definitely.
events. They're fun. They're worth the trip. Figment Guy Pins, Go Pin Pro, and Pinpicks are going to present to you the Destination D23 Pin Trading Finale. That is after the D23 event here in Florida on August 31st from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then the big event, the gigantic event, the massive event, 33,000 square feet, 250 plus tables spoken for already. GoPin Pro and Figment Guy Pins, sponsored by Whatnot, the app that you are currently on. Pin trading finale after the 25th anniversary of pin trading event, September 21st, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Still some tables left. I can guarantee you. I have people that are coming to the pin. I think after July 5th, we're going to see scarcity across all tables.
Yeah.
So I'll post the link later on today in my stories, and I'll tag Julie on it so she'll have it in her stories also. But if you guys are interested,
yeah, all of the pin events, including the Ohio event, still have tables except for the D23 after finale.
Yeah.
That one is already fully booked.
August 31st is completely 100% booked.
That one's booked, and we have a wait list for that one.
July 5th is sold out for our events.
July
September 6th is sold out, correct?
Yeah.
And November 8th are completely sold out. All of our events here completely sold out that we run.
Sherry 525 or 595. You got that.
Third giveaway. Want to get into this? Let's get into this.
Let's go. I'll take the donut because that's what she won.
Got it. Congratulations.
All right. What are you missing?
My stamp is right here. I knew I pulled it out.
All right, let's get into some pins. These are pins that you guys pulled from Facebook.
These are a 25%. We're doing a 25% discount today. So when we get into it, we got Paris, Pascal, Valentine's. 25 normally. We're going to start him at 19 bucks. Let's go.
And there it goes.
Like I said, we will be running the pins that you pulled today. After we basically finish up with the pins that you pulled, we're going to jump into, maybe we can jump into dollar start boards if you want to. Maybe we'll do some chaos boards. Should we clear some boards today, Julie?
If there's time.
If there's time, maybe we'll clear some boards today. You guys have never been here for chaos boards. Best deals you'll ever get. Limited release. 40th anniversary Fox and the Hound. Adorable pin. 25 normally we run that at 19 bucks.
No, if you purchased vendor tickets, you do not need to buy anything to come to the event. All of the events that we host or co-host are free to attend.
Yep.
So if you bought a table for it, that's fine. But you don't need to buy anything else coming into it.
Nope. Our events are absolutely free. We would never charge you or your 47 children anything.
That's right.
Here we go. Windows of Attractions. The most popular set this year.
Oh!
I hit the sad trombone. Don't hit the sad trombone. No reason to. 65 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at 49 bucks. Let's go.
There we go. Our show today is question mark length.
Yes.
I have to answer that because we don't know exactly how long we're going to be on, and you have to stick around if you want that $250 gift card
or the 200 LE 250 pin. You want the LE 250 pin? Like we're giving this away. Have fun. Be active in the chat. Ask questions. Let's have a good time today. Yeah. LE of 2,500, 60 bucks. We're gonna go ahead and run that at $45.
Sunday fun day.
I was joking about it, but like that's the thing is like I still get on these videos. Everyone's saying to me like all the pins can't be fake, and it's like it's mind-boggling to me that people like don't want to wake up and hear it, and it's crazy.
How Amber, you got it. Congrats.
There we go. Next, Madame Leota, limited edition of 2,500. They're all limited edition 2,500. 75 normally, we're running that $56.
There we go.
Oh, we got more fragmenteers. Don't forget, you guys all got coupons. The moment you get that, you got a coupon.
No worries. So Becca and Karasha, they're going to events today, so they're not going to be with us the whole time. That's okay.
There we go.
Spencer Star 33689. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Coupon, if you're new, you have to basically watch our show a certain amount of times, buy a certain amount of items, and you start tiering up into different categories. So every time you tier up, you'll hear a goat yell at you, and you get a coupon. But you have to have it. If you got to see the little pictures next to people's names on the sides over here, that means that they've tiered up already. Shanghai Princess Spinner, almost like a fidget spinner. $30 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at $22. Pin release sheets should be out either later today or tomorrow. I'm gonna say probably tomorrow. I'm just putting my money on it. It feels like it. Sherry, congratulations. Next from Disneyland Paris, it is the Stitch and Scrump kite. 25 normally. We're gonna run that at $19.
There we go. Yes, the high dollar pins, they have been faked. And I mean, it's a good thing that you mentioned it though, because if you are in the Orlando area and you're shopping around some of the thrift shops or some of those gift shops that are around, they're like so gimmicky and cute. You want to go in and see what they have, get some cheaper things.
Mhm.
Don't buy the pins, you guys. The pins are not authentic. Those
Yes.
ones are fake. Congrats, Meg.
And then this is the same, like they all spin on these ones. So the princess one spun. This is like the Disney, call it Disney Classics, but it's pretty much the pets. 30 on that one. We're gonna run $22.
Yeah, go into there, buy their t-shirts, get some family t-shirts. Like they're
Family
always
t-shirts
good
for
for
what?
your family. Like
Oh, the mom,
there,
dad.
mom, dad,
Yeah.
Disney mom, Disney dad, Disney grandpa, things like
Or the
that.
dad that has to wear the "this is the most expensive day" t-shirt every single time.
Dumbo
Or
flies,
I don't do
yes.
matching t-shirts. That's the
No,
dad shirt is always I don't.
exactly. But they've got like stuffed animals in there. They've got fans if you need like a fan for when you're in the parks. Like it's way cheaper to get from there.
I'll tell you,
Just don't buy the pins.
you go to the Walmart that's close over there.
Oh yeah, go to the Walmarts that are by Disney. What's this start?
Collect Random sells only authentic pins. They're one of the few that I would shout out and say yes. LE 4000, $40. We're gonna go ahead and sell $30. Yeah. Collect Random, Joey's Collectibles. You can guarantee you're gonna get authentic, 100% authentic pins.
But yeah, the Walmarts that are near
Yeah, Walmart is a
Disney,
zoo.
they are a zoo, but they have a massive amount of officially licensed Disney stuff. It's not the Disney park stuff, but it's officially licensed, and they're good.
Limited edition of 700 Paris exclusive. This is the Applause Genie series. $90 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run it at $67.
When we used to come down here when our kids were really little, we would always visit the one that was closest to Disney World. I think it was on like 535. I think that was the road it was on, maybe. But yeah, they always had an amazing collection of things, and we would just take the kids in there and be like, pick out anything you want because it was cheaper than
Yeah.
getting it at Disney. Cry, cry, congrats.
Limited release, $30. This was a beautiful mystery box set that they did. Genie with the Jungle Cruise down there. $30 normally. We're gonna run that $22. Thank you, Shimer.
But yes, you can do the uh any of the pins that are at like Walmart, Target, Hobby Lobby. They were showing up in other places too. I can't remember some of the others, but any of those ones you can trade those at the parks. They are officially licensed pins.
May Robbie, congratulations. I will say somebody asked about is Pin HQ in Florida. Yes, Pin HQ is owned by GoPin Pro.
Yes.
That's who we're running the events with. They actually created the Pinfolio product. It's the best product that you would have for pin trading right now, and it's every level. It's entry level all the way up into serious collectors. Fairy Tale series. We have a whole bunch of fairy tales coming up today that you guys pulled. Ellie of 2,500. My favorite series so far this year. These pins, 55 for Dumbo. We're gonna run that at 41 bucks. Let's go.
There we go.
And I saw a whole bunch of fragmenteers popped up there. Yeah, Pin HQ has, they probably have about 250,000 pins in inventory. So it is crazy.
Yeah.
You can't see all 250,000 pins, but they have them. They're there. I've seen their back stock room. They have them.
Cindy, congrats.
Now I got to go to Hobby Lobby. Yeah, if you can find them at Hobby Lobby, those are officially licensed Disney pins.
Yes.
And they're usually $6 a piece. Does Pin HQ ship? They have a website.
Yes, they do.
And if you use their website, you can get 10% off of their product by using Figment Guy in all capital letters or Figment Guy 10. Yes, we're such good friends. We have 2 codes with them. Actually, I think they just forgot to shut the one code off. So now we have 2 codes because they created a second one. JoJo Circus, the pin of the show right here. Julie's on Julie's board. $25 normally. We're going to run that at 19 bucks.
Here we go.
Yeah, so if you go to GoPin Pro's website, Figment Guy 10, you get 10% off your regularly priced merchandise there. I always tell people, if you're thinking about buying it and you're gonna pay regular price, you might as well get 10% off. I watched JoJo Circus as a kid. So did our kids.
Congrats, Maya.
I think that's half the reason why Julie likes clowns. Or Lizzie likes clowns.
Oh, yeah, our oldest loves clowns.
There we go. Limited edition of 2,500. The Beauty and the Beast fairy tales. Remember these these were gone instantly. 65 bucks. Going to be 49 bucks. Let's go. I don't even want to look at the price. Just run it.
Pin HQ is run by GoPin Pro. So it's GoPin Pro here on Whatnot.
I'm still trying to get my ears to pop. It's been not a success.
Shine Sarah, congrats.
Congratulations. Mickey Flower and Garden. Limited release, 25 normally. It's going to be a $19 start. My doctor looked in them and said they didn't need to be cleaned. It's just an ear infection. So I have an enlarged eardrum right now.
Congrats, Maya.
Is that a little graphic? Enlarged eardrum.
How would you price a pin that is brand new or you can't find info on?
That's rough. I would go to Worth Point because you should be able to find something on there. Limited edition. I think I completely dropped the ball on this one. This is an Ellie of 270. This is the Princess puzzle piece. I know it's worth more than 40 bucks. So I don't know what I did or if I just stuck it on a card and was like, yeah, 40 bucks. $30. Let's go.
No, it's not my price.
That is definitely my handwriting on that one.
Not me.
Bucket 1 is all on the table. We're into bucket 2. We have 6 total buckets today that you guys pulled for the show. And if you guys were asking questions, there was a lot of questions coming through fast and furious. Walt Disney Imagineering, limited edition of 450. This is the Haunted Mansion. These are the Tiny Kingdom Haunted Mansions. 35 normally. We're going to run that 26 bucks. That's a steal on that pin.
Hi, Gracie.
Hey, Gracie. Yeah, hold on. If you still got these, hold on to them. They are good traders. If people are looking to complete the sets, they're really good traders.
Yep.
Got to find the right person. That's how it is with every pin. You know, whether you're trading or you're selling or whatever it may be, it is literally finding the exact right person.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have multiple people that collect Sword in the Stone. I know I have multiple people that collect this and that. And sometimes when I'm trading, I'm looking for those things. Disneyland Paris Merlin, 25 normally, we're going to run him at 19 bucks. I mean, I got a lady that is really wants to sell me and Julie pins. She says I have a whole bunch of pins. This is the conversation we get into. She has a whole bunch of pins, and she says she was offered $1 to $3 a pin for like.
Mandy H03, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. And I was like, we should be able we should be able to do much better than that. I mean, that's how it is though. She lives in Claremont, so she's like right pretty much by us. Probably about maybe 15, 20 minutes away from her. Ellie of 1500, Small World. This is from the 50th anniversary box set. So $40 normally, we're gonna run that 30 bucks.
It was the Aladdin Happily Ever After run.
Aladdin Happily Ever. I don't know if anyone pulled the Aladdin. Nobody pulled the Aladdin Happily Ever After. If you'd like me to pull it, I can put it at the very end.
2DC Mom, you got it. Congrats.
Next.
Yes.
Oh, look what I did.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. Somebody's going to get a steal here. $1 start. Let's go. This is a limited edition 2000 Disneyland poster exclusive. Let's go.
Figment things pulled.
A whole bunch of figments were pulled towards the very end, and then there was a whole bunch of figments that were not pulled. So, like I said, we can still show the stuff that didn't get pulled after the fact, and we can just start it at the 25% discount. Yeah, this is sick rich pricing.
Red Binder guy's doing good. It's just we don't have that much more.
Well, congratulations.
Selling for him. So right now we currently have his pins in the garage. We have to go through it because they're all hidden Mickeys.
Yes.
So yeah.
Hong Kong limited edition of 600. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 22 bucks.
There we go. Let me put a giveaway up.
Oh, it's coming up in this next bucket. So I'm in bucket number 2 right now. We're just getting into bucket number 2. So it's in this next bucket, maybe about 15 to 20 pins into the bucket. So we're maybe about 25 or 30 pins away.
Shannon Sill 59496. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
No, we do not.
Ursula, Pink a la Mode, limited edition of $350 normally. We're gonna run that at 37 bucks.
37. There we go.
So yeah, that Happily Ever After the fairy tales or whatever. Oh, that the Happily Ever. You got me thinking about the fairy tales. Happily Ever After is in bucket 3. Fairy tales is in bucket 2. There we go.
Ashton Johnson, congrats. We got some fragmenteers too.
There we go. You get your $5 off coupons. Don't forget to clip up there. Elliot 300, Rapunzel, Pink a la Mode exclusive. $50 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 37 bucks.
I did put a giveaway up. It is one of our fantasy pins, and it's our fantasy family logo, which is going to be our newer logo that we're going to start transitioning over
little by little.
Yeah, very soon.
The
Congrats,
Ashton got halfway wizard. There you go.
Pink a la Mode is an officially licensed brand, so they are in a way similar to Box Lunch and Loungefly, because they're all officially licensed. But
yes,
they do special edition sizes, so
it's scarcer to find them.
You know, the other ones don't typically do much of
that. Food and Wine Festival limited release Lumiere 25 normally. We're gonna run him at 19 bucks.
There we go.
Yes, she's done all the logos.
Every logo we've had, well, not logo, but every design that we come across that we showed you guys, it's from her. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope. It's good having an in-house artist. Red Binder guy did not work for Disney.
Gracie Locke, congrats.
He's a
He always attended pin events.
Yeah, he loved pins
He's
and he
like
loved
a
pin events.
hardcore, pin events trader from the very beginning. So
Yes.
he's gotten a lot from that.
Limited edition of 2000, the Mulan arcade pin, 25 normally. We're gonna run that 19 bucks. Let's go. Yeah, he no, he's just an old school pin trader guy. And so,
Hmm.
there's a lot of them still around. They just don't go to events anymore. Um
Yes, his family doesn't collect, so they're just trying to completely downsize.
th-
Strickland 418, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. The problem you do have, and this is what you'll run into eventually, is like if you collect pins, but nobody else in your family likes pins, what happens to the pins?
Right.
And so that's where these dollar and $2 per pin people come running in,
And
and
try to swipe it.
they try
Yeah.
to swipe everything and grab it. And then we offer an actual price for something. And then crazy concept, they go with us because we
Right.
actually offer an actual price for something. This pin,
They get buried with me. Yes.
limited edition of 1,000, Beauty and the Beast. Bella's giving him a haircut, Julie, because he definitely needs one. $70 normally. We're gonna run that at 52 bucks.
But we've also, you guys all know, we've been selling for several older people. And nice old lady, she was one of the originals that we sold for. And we still have some of her pins floating around in consignment.
And we still get, we
We do
give her
still
money
get
every
some.
once in a
Yeah,
while.
we
Yeah.
still do get some from her. But her family is very appreciative because they don't collect pins. They don't really like it as much as she always liked it.
They want nothing to do with her
So
pins.
they're super appreciative because they know that they don't have to worry about if something were to happen. They don't have to worry about offloading any of that, and they're actually getting an inheritance from it essentially, not having to do all the work prior. So that's how it was explained to us.
I will tell you this: the people that we've gotten collections from to start selling and paying them off, they are so happy. Like when I meet the younger, their kids,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so happy. They're so appreciative because they don't want to deal with it.
Right, because
I mean,
there's a lot of
there's a
them.
lot. It
Yeah.
is, you've seen, if you saw what I have here and something happened to me,
Yeah.
at least Julie has the means to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
Ellie,
Tobin, you got the
Oh,
family,
rigged,
the
rigged.
family fantasy.
Limited edition of 2,500, Disneyland exclusive. This is my home. $30 normally for Merida. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 22 bucks.
Boy, there we go. But yeah, they don't want to offload that on the family, and they also, because these pins are so important, like nice old lady, she was a collector of Alice pins.
Hmm.
So she had a humongous collection, and she's little by little been giving us some of that to sell. Ryan J86, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
But she doesn't want her kids to not have the access to selling it and just sell it for like one lump sum at a garage sale, because that would break her heart
So
knowing that.
there's a lady that would sit next to us at the pin events, and she says, "Hey, if anything ever happens to me, she's like, find out when my daughter's having the garage sale because she's gonna sell every pin for $1."
Ugh, yeah,
And that's exactly what she said. And I told her, I'm like, why don't you start getting rid of some of the excess stuff now?
I love this pin.
So we can go ahead and help you out and give you some extra money. And she was like, that's actually not a bad idea.
Hmm.
So, because I will say this, there are pins that I love that I would never get out of my collections. And then there's pins that I'm kind of like, you fall out of love with them. So then it's easier to trade them off or get rid of them. So that's the stuff that she was like, yeah, let's do that. This is a limited edition of 250. This is exclusive to the higher tier package from last year's pin event. If you didn't get the higher tier package, you didn't get this pin. So limited edition of 250, only 250 exist. 75 normally we're gonna run at 56 bucks. But I think that's the number one thing is like talking to some of these people is like they're looking to get out, and like when they're looking to get out, man, the vultures are around.
Mhm.
It is crazy.
Yes, it is. Happy congratulations. This is a beautiful pin.
Gorgeous pin.
I'm not a collector of Maleficent, but I love the look of that pin.
It's a small world from the anniversary series 71. That is LE of 3,000. We're gonna run 35. We're gonna do 26 bucks on that.
That's some
You got another
good.
fragments here.
The gift card will be done when we decide
Sounds
to
good,
do
Scott.
it. Just so you guys know, it will be run when we decide to do it. But you do have to be present in order to enter to win.
Yeah, you can't
It's
be
not
like
like jump
here
in,
and
jump
jump in and
out.
jump out. You have to be here the whole time when it's running.
We can technically run it whenever we want since it's not a buyer giveaway.
2DC mom, congratulations. Oh, here we go, babe. You ready? Nurses Day, 2008 Nurses Day. Nurses Day and Doctors Day pins are expensive. If you guys ever look them up or if you ever see them, like somebody's got them in collections, don't just bypass them. Even though they're dated, like look at Nurses Day pins, like when you see them in collections, and just have an eye for them because they're always expensive and they're always great traders, especially when you find the nurses or the doctors that need them. Um, Normally 110. Oh, wonderful. Oh, math. 10. You got it. 82.
82.
82 bucks. Okay. Hey, Jeff. But yeah, it's
25%.
25%.
We did not do the higher dollar
The
one.
teachers' pins are not the same way. They're not this. That's a good question. Like, are the teachers' day pins the same
There's
way?
pack. You got
Back,
fragments here.
but teachers' day pins are not the same. So, um, they normally hover around normal pricing. LE of 1500. These are the artist collection series that came out at Epcot. I can't wait for the next one to come out. 45 normally. We're gonna run that for 34 bucks. Let's go. It's a good price on that.
There we go. So you guys only buy vintage collections or new stuff too. We do a little bit of both.
I
We,
don't.
we enjoy the vintage stuff
Mhm.
more because it's things that maybe we haven't seen before, um, and that you guys haven't seen here on Whatnot before. So we do like that more, but we are not against other stuff.
Pamela,
Pamela 80004. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
welcome to the Figment family. Um, but yeah, no, I like vintage pins. I like new pins too, but the whole problem comes down to I am not fighting the people at the parks for these pins.
Right.
Like, I am sorry, it has gotten ridiculous and people are acting ridiculous. Ellie of 2000, 30 bucks normally. We're going to go ahead and run that for 22 bucks. And I don't know what it is, if it's become like the social media thing to like go on there and like run and get these pins, but like it literally I see a whole bunch of new faces and I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
It ain't worth it, and I will get it. I will trade for it at my pin events.
Right. Congrats, Deb. What do you consider vintage year wise?
Like a fine wine,
I
I
don't
don't
even
know.
know.
I
Like,
don't know. I would say like if it's older than like 10 years, like that feels like a vintage to me. Like
yeah.
2015, maybe 2000, like pre-pandemic. Let's put it that way because it's like pin trading is split from like pre-pandemic and post-pandemic.
Yes.
It really did. Old enough to drink. Limited release, Star Wars 5K, $20 normally run that 15 bucks.
We go to our pin events that we host, and occasionally we try to go to GoPin Pro, but theirs unfortunately are always on Sundays, and we run Whatnot shows at the same time that they usually run an event. So
We are
we don't get to theirs as often as we'd like.
Yes, we're sticklers for for like a habit as far as running our shows. I always feel like it's good if
Giftcard.
and this is some advice out this is free advice for those people that want to sell on Whatnot or maybe do sell on Whatnot. Pick a day, pick a time, and stick to it. Find a time that's your time. That's going to be your time so that people don't have to guess when you're going to be on or you're just going to pop up and people aren't going to show up. Like that is the best advice I can give you. Elite Guard limited edition, $20 normally, 15 bucks.
There we go.
We are closer to antiques. That's funny. Fragmenteer. They do in-person events, G-Baits.
They do it at their GoPin Pro Pin HQ headquarters. So it's their shop.
Mhm.
They run events. People will set up in their parking lots, and then they'll also have an area in the back of their store
TinaCon.
that you can get a table.
Mini Jumbo Disneyland Paris. It is Stitch. Love that pin. 35 bucks normally. We're going to run 26. The goat. The goat does crack me up also. That was one of those things like when I got it, I went and I looked online to see what it sounded like and I was like that's perfect. That's exactly like I was looking for a noise. If you guys don't know, I like my noisemakers around here.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Victoria Gal, 19235. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. The goat basically means that you made you got tiered up in our reward system. So we have basically 5 levels that you can hit that Whatnot allows you to set up ahead of time. Oogie Boogie, Stretching Room Portrait, Haunted Mansion, $25 normally, 19 bucks. Let's go. So yeah, when you hit the next level, it's basically just letting you know you're going to the next level. And then the bell was a great find. That bell we got at Lakeland Antique Mall, and I fixed it. And they had gotten it from like Cast Connections, broken.
Smile Now 0405. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. And we got it for like $2 from there, and it's actual.
Yes, they do have other characters of that Oogie Boogie.
Mhm. We actually have some in today's show.
Yeah.
We're pulled. The Hollywood Tower Hotel.
Yeah, Tower
of Terror.
It's a good one.
Celebrate Mickey, the series. This was New York City. They painted a whole bunch of Mickeys around the country, and then they made a pin set out of it. Limited edition of 500. 20 bucks. We're gonna run the 15 bucks. Let's go. We do advertise our pin events in the pin groups in Facebook. On Facebook, I actually have all of the giveaways. We have 10 giveaways that we have set up for the pin event that we have coming up on July 5th, and those are your hourly giveaways.
Sponsored by our vendors
and different people that want to sponsor and want a little bit of a shout out and what may. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Do you want to be Sean Connery complete? You need this and Darby O'Gill and the Little People. $30 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 22 bucks. There's a pin event.
I'm already tired.
I'm tired thinking. I'm tired thinking that there's a pin event coming up.
Where's the pin event? Here in Orlando. Congrats, Cry.
How many do you think will show up to the pin event?
A lot.
Have you seen the pictures of the last one?
I think Shannon's new here.
Oh, Shannon, but if you check the pictures, I have pictures from the last pin event. It gets busy. What is a Figment?
It's kind of hard to walk around sometimes.
Buy, sell, and trade. So you can actually sell your pins to the people at the table too.
Yep.
Crazy concept.
If they want to buy pins.
If they want to buy, they might not want to buy your. They might not want to buy your pins, but you could try if you wanted to. Ellie of 1,000. Look at this one. I love the Tink Summer Quest. 75. We're gonna run that at 56.
There we go.
I would say that they can be overwhelming. It is very busy, very, very busy.
Yes.
One of the reasons why we're upgrading to a new location next year.
Yes. Hoping that will alleviate some of the issues. Summer Flies, congrats.
Congratulations.
Fragment here also.
Fairy Tale series, Mickey and the Beanstalk, LE of 2,500. For it, we're gonna run this at $30. Let's go. But yeah, no, the pin events are for all levels. It's from just starting off until all the way up until whatever. Pince Nick went and took a video. Pince Shannon's husband took video and showed how he got dollar traders there, authentic dollar trader pins for the parks.
Shine Sarah, congrats.
Congratulations.
Got some more fragment tears.
So many fragmenteers. Next, the Fairy Tale Moments Aladdin, $45 normally. We're gonna run that $34.
There we go.
Bucket 2 is officially all on the table. We're into bucket 3.
Yes, May was probably our busiest event so far, I think. I would have said it was December, but I think May beat it. Farmsy00, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. The Mickey Celebrates pin. That is a Disney DC. My God, my brain just shut off.
Disney catalog.
Disney catalog. Wow. 2000 Ellie of 2004. They were released in 2004 also. $20 normally, $15 today. We have 6 buckets total. We're just getting into bucket 3, but bucket 2 is still on the table in the queue line.
Here's our next giveaway.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So get in on the giveaway. It's a
Darth Vader.
Maul.
Darth Vader.
Oh shoot, I wrote Darth Maul.
It's Darth Vader, Julie.
Sorry, guys, it's Darth Maul. Just for today's show.
It's Darth Vader.
Apple. See what happens when you're tired. I spent 10 and a half hours yesterday packaging up Friday's show. 322 packages done. So I'm tired. Darth Maul. Oh my god.
We're excited for the 5th also. It's going to be fun. I have so many grails coming to this event. I'm going to post everything on Friday night. So look out on that 4th of July what I am bringing to the pin event. So if you want to come trade with me, know that I do have a line usually when the door opens, usually till when the door closes. Limited edition 300 pink a la mode. The coin series, which has Maleficent 50 normally, we're gonna do $37.
There we go. So we normally this year we've been doing every other month for pin events. So we have right now we've got the July 5th event, then we have September 6th, and then we have November 8th. Next year we're going to do 12 months.
Yes.
So we'll have one pin event each month, except for July. We're going to have 2 pin events because we're going to Ohio.
Yes.
For one of them. So
there we go. Ashton Johnson, congratulations. Next, artist proof of the Mulan My Reflection bottle. There is your AP stamp right there, artist proof stamp. Remember, there's only 20 pins when a pin comes out that will have an artist proof stamp or a pre-production stamp with the PP, and that will have 3. What is a grail? A grail is a pin that it's a desperately in search of pin. So this one here is going to be 45. We're going to run that for 34. It's something that you're in search of, like the Holy Grail pin that you would want. Holy Grail is where it comes from. And then how did 900 labels turn into 300 orders? Somebody asked that. The math wasn't mathing.
I know.
So it's not that the math isn't mathing. When we print the labels, it's the actual label. Then there's the packing slips that go on the inside.
Yep.
So the more orders or the more items that you buy, the longer your packing slip is.
Congrats.
Tina, congrats. Ellie of 750. This one. It's a slider. The carousel horse. 25 normally, we're in that $19.
Yeah, and sometimes the way that it's set up, sometimes it'll print like one line on one slip, and it's like it didn't need to do that, but there's no way to fix it. So the labels are crazy. We're hosting a pin event in Ohio, July 24th and 25th in 2026. Harry Jew, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Oh, we got a grail. This is a grail. So you want to see what a grail is? This is a grail. Limited edition of 300. Jessica Haunted Mansion. Walt Disney Imagineering. There's only 300 of them that exist. $200 normally. We're going to run it at $150. $50 off. Let's go. Some more fragmenteers in there.
Yeah, 322 packages was nothing to scoff at.
It was not. It definitely wasn't.
I'm fairly certain that that's the most I think I've ever had to package for one show. Congratulations, Angie.
Angie, congrats. Next, Hades LE 400, the tarot card series. Death. 60, and that is going to be a $45 start. But yeah, that's the biggest thing is like, so when you look at when you're coming to a pin event, some of the stuff that people always ask, and we'll talk, that's some of the talking points I wanted to talk about today and on Tuesday. Like if you're coming to the pin event, I want people in the chat to say, what are some things that you would highly suggest that if it was your first time going, that you would want like somebody to tell you? Congratulations, La Laura. Take breaks. Do not take keepers with, don't bring your keepers that are not for trade. Leave your keepers at home. That's a great one. Wear comfy shoes. Don't be discouraged if somebody says no to you. Portable fans, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Portable fans is a really good call.
It will get hot in there. It is summertime.
Have all your pins priced ahead of time. That's a good call. Bring snacks and drinks. Know your values on your stuff. Cool clothing. Pink a la mode, Hades. Look at that guy. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $22. Yeah, the ones that you trade for, do not put them with your normal pins. Put them in a separate location.
Pack your patience.
Yeah, trust your gut. It is always okay to say no.
Yeah.
Turn book pages back after you flip them. Good call. Leave it how you found it.
Elton 192, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Limited release. Mulan. Flower and Garden Pot Series. $30 normally. We're going to run that at $22. The giveaway for the gift card is at the end of the show. When is the end of the show? Question mark.
Question mark. Doc Gog, congrats.
Congratulations. Oh, here's another nice one. Limited edition of 300. Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Let's go. $80 normally, $60. The gift card is open to everybody, not just buyers. It is going to be open to everybody. What is the longest running show ever that we've ever had? 47 hours we did once.
No, we didn't.
That's a lie.
La Laura, congratulations. I think
Narwhal's
5
here.
hours is top.
I think 5 hours was like the max.
We've ever really gone over 5. And that was a while ago.
I have one thing planned for today, guys. One thing besides this show. That's dinner. So we're going to eat at Culver's tonight. That is happening. Yes. LE 300 stamp series, but not the dragon. It's Maleficent this time. 60 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at $45.
There we go.
We have a $250 gift card and a limited edition 250 Chef Special WDI pin we're giving away. I like their cheese curds. I always like, it's good. I enjoy it.
No, we haven't. I swear we haven't. We're not at the point of talking about food.
No, we are not. I'm not even close to that yet.
Having for dinner.
That's all I have planned today. So this show can go till whenever dinner time would want to be. Ellie of 300, Hades, he's amazing. $37 on him.
You said 37, right?
37, yes. Gotcha.
Make
Yep.
sure I didn't hear 27. Have you tried their lemon ice smoothie? The strawberry mango one is amazing. No, we haven't. No.
That sounds actually kind of
refreshing.
sounds refreshing because it is always hot here in Ohio, Florida.
We missed who the giveaway went to.
Somebody.
Beauty and the Beebs, congrats.
Congratulations.
Really fast.
Not me. That's who it went to.
The Darth Maul went to Dr. Takas MD. Congrats.
Congratulations. The greatest Figment pin ever made.
More fragments.
You want to know why? The greatest Figment pin ever made. I'm saying that sarcastically, because it is truly not. We call him Fugment because he is fugly. He's special boy. $55 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run him at 41 bucks. Let's go. He is on my board.
He is, yep.
He has to be.
In all his glory. He is cute. He's just a different type of cute Figment, right?
Yeah, he's nightmare fuel.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, he's definitely nightmare fuel.
All right, Tina Khan.
There we go. Limited edition of 4,000. It is the Flower Series. Mulan. 30 normally. We're going to run that at 22 bucks. We're doing good. We're in, I'm laying out bucket 3 now.
That's good.
That's halfway there. We're halfway there, Julie. Living on a prayer.
Victoria Gal, congrats.
Limited edition of 4,000. The Princess T series. It is Mulan. $30 normally on this. We're going to run that at 22 bucks. I am excited for the pin event coming up. Our pin event, but I'm really excited for the Disney pin event because I got so many Figments to get. I'm telling you this. If they have the same setup that they had last year, number one, I'm going to be angry because it should not be the same setup that they had last year for the whole thing. But they're going to do that because that's what Disney does. But I told Julie already, like, we are going to be pushing people through that line because the first hour you get in there ahead of everybody else. So we basically have 30 minutes, I believe it is, before the brunch people come in. And so we need to glow in the dark.
I don't know, Lorna. It all depends on if we get any smaller collections.
Yeah, I'm going to need some
Start on this.
smaller stuff to pop in. Limited edition of 3,000, $30 for the Maleficent. We're going to run that at 22 bucks. But I'm literally going to be pushing people like, come on, like, don't use your full minute. Like, let's get through the line. We need to we need to pick pins off the board because I mean, there's a good chance you could get through the line like 10 times before that next group comes in if everyone's on their A game.
Kathy, congrats.
Kathy, congrats. Next, limited release, Halloween. It is Max is actually in the pumpkin, which you couldn't see in the picture, and then Goofy right there. So that is a 25. Normally we're gonna run 19 bucks.
So to beat the summer heat of Florida, definitely try to get yourself one of those cooling rags that you can keep getting wet.
Yes.
And then you can wear that around your neck. It's very helpful when you like wave it in the air and then put it on your neck. Oh, it's so nice and cold at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always helpful. We always used to bring the battery operated fans with extra batteries.
AMC, congratulations.
And that was always very helpful.
Yep. One of my favorite series that they've ever done, the vinyl series. Limited edition of 3,000, $30 normally. We're gonna run it for 22 bucks.
If you want to get yourself like a souvenir while you're here, go to Epcot's China. I'm sorry, not China. Well, China has it too. China or Japan, they have those fans that you can open up and just like fan yourself, not battery operated. And those are really great. So I highly recommend that.
Rude girl, congratulations. Limited edition of 3,000. 35 normally for Snow White. We're going to go ahead and run that at 26 bucks.
26. There we go. Does Disney not make vinyl nations anymore? No, they
No,
don't.
they made some for the 50th, but that was just like a special for the 50th type of thing that they did. But that was the last time they made vinyl nations.
Mhm.
I mean, they were cute. They should have just kept them towards Disney characters. I think when they started going off on these weird tangents of things, you have how many Disney characters you could make into Vinylmations.
Teen Con.
Congrats. Next, Oliver and Company from the Vintage Vinyls. Limited edition of 3,000. 35 normally. It's going to be 26 bucks.
Rechargeable fan. Yes, it's a good idea. Stay hydrated. Yeah. Do you know if you go to some of the quick service places, they'll have ice water that you can get for free. You don't have to buy anything. You just go up there and ask them for an ice water.
They'll give it to you, yeah.
In most cases, during the summertime, they actually have them sitting on the counter for you to grab. So
Yep.
that's really nice.
And I'll just say this.
Congrats, Brooke.
They're usually the same. I'll just throw this out there. They're usually the same cups that you can get pop in. And if you're certain restaurants, you can get pop in them also. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Yes, the pop won't hydrate you. So
I mean, but I'm just saying.
stick to water.
Just saying. Ellie of 3,000. $35 normally for Dumbo. We're gonna run that 26 bucks. Avoid Casey's water hot dog. Casey's Corner hot dog water.
Ew, gross. Scott, that's funny.
But I love the taste of Florida tap water.
Yeah, we see a lot of tourists walking around with those fans that you put on your neck. We don't personally have those, so I don't know how those work, but we see a lot of tourists with those.
Pink Owl Mode exclusive. That is a Dalmatian bus. 25 normally. We're gonna run that 19 bucks.
That's so funny, Karasha. You must have been reading my mind because I'm fairly certain I said that before you asked the question. We live in Florida. We've been here for going on 8 years this year. I think August is 8 years for us. But we're originally from Ohio. That's why we're hosting an event next year in Ohio. To bring it back to our roots. That's where we're from.
So May Ellie 500. This is when she's drawing the mermaid.
Oh, okay.
So that's when
the other day.
Yes, that's when she's drawing the mermaid. $40 normally. We're gonna run that 30 bucks.
Super cute.
And bucket 3 is completely laid out on the table, so I'm going to be getting into bucket number 4.
Ooh, my hair kept getting tangled in the neckband. That's what I would be afraid of. Seriously, nobody wants poor Mamie?
$1 start. $1 start.
Are you guys paying attention? I hope you're paying attention now because it's
LE 500, $1 start. Nobody else in this whole entire app would do that.
Yeah, that merman, yes, that was an awesome pin.
The up pins did not run yet.
Precious Queen 1133, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Next, Cinderella Flower Series, the beautiful florals. 25 normally. We're gonna run this at 19 bucks. Let's go. What time do the giveaways start? The giveaways start at question mark and they end at question mark.
Question?
Gotta watch and find out. Yeah, we're not giving any information ahead of time. This is a $250 gift card. You got to earn this one. You got to earn it by watching and participating.
Or you just might miss it.
Yep.
Which is sad, but it happens.
It's one gift card of 250, so you haven't missed anything yet.
Congratulations, Jamie Sin. Yes, I do have to put up a giveaway. Give me a second.
The Disneyland This Is My Home, LE of 2,500, $30 normally. It's going to be $22.
There we go.
You're asking so much. I'm sorry I'm asking so much. I just like participation. I don't like participation trophies, but I like participation. And somebody was asking about some up pins. I have one up pin coming up in like the next 5 pins that I believe was picked by multiple people.
Kelly Queen.
And I know there's some more coming up, I think, towards the later buckets. Disneyland Paris, or Disneyland Paris, not Disneyland Paris, Disneyland posters. This was that poster series. Hey, look, Julie,
Oh no.
$1 start. Let's go. I forgot to put a price on. It happens.
Yes, the up pin is coming up.
There's one coming up that was picked by multiple people, and then I think there was one or two others that might have been they're coming up in the later buckets.
Congrats, Tawny.
You guys pulled one whole bucket in the last half an hour. That's all I know. Is it was kind of crazy. Like that, I did that last chance, our last call post, and it was like, what is that? Happily Ever After. This beautiful series, online exclusive series to Shop Disney. Ellie of 2,400 for the Aladdin pin. We're gonna go $37 on that.
Read it's Remy, not Ratatouille's. Little fun facts.
Did you know rats don't have gag reflexes?
All right, Ryan J. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Limited edition of 300. It is pink a la mode. Mad Hatter? Yeah, Mad Hatter. That's it.
Yep.
55 normally. We're gonna run that at $41.
Tell you who it's not. It's not Darth Maul.
It's definitely not Darth Maul. Wow.
That was my moment of the day, I guess.
That was my when you said Darth Maul, and I was like, I have double ear infection and a sinus infection. So I've been under the weather for probably a solid week now.
Yeah, I think it started last Sunday.
Last Sunday is when it kind of really started, and I didn't feel great, but it's like escalated quickly.
SK Nurse, I just saw your question about Ohio. We will be setting up an events page on Facebook. Eventually, we will be setting that up and hopefully getting some discount rates for hotels that are nearby the Ohio event.
Yes.
So if you're looking to book in advance, you can, because you can always, change your hotels. But you might want to wait because we're going to try to get some discount rates.
Limited release. So this was a beautiful, beautiful box set that they did, and this one is crazy. Julie priced this one, and when she showed it to me, I was like, "That's crazy." I'm gonna run this $75.
Is that 25% off?
No, it's not.
Why?
I don't know because I don't want to do the math. It's $125.
For real, Mister. I need to do the math because I looked this pin up. So
I don't know what it is. I don't want to do the math. I don't have my paper. I don't have a paper.
All right, yeah. Here we go.
How much time left on the giveaway? 74 hours. Every time that somebody asks me when the giveaway is going to be, it's going to get longer and longer. That's a joke.
I got sick on Disney Treasure Friday on Castaway. Oh no. That's terrible, David Howie.
I am big boomer energy. I'm not a boomer.
Ren Bell, congratulations.
I'm a millennial. That's just as bad. Ellie of 300. Pink a la mode exclusive. $50 normally. We're going to run that at $37. But I am the total, I will turn this car around if you guys don't stop. I am that guy. It is. That's a cute one with the babies. But what about McDonald's?
I think every time somebody asks about that giveaway, the whole chat
David Howie
screaming.
Yeah.
We won't say anything on our end. You guys just go and scream on your end like it's the word of the day, and then everybody just ignores the question. David Howie, congrats. Biggie 2319, you got the giveaway. It's one of our fantasy pins.
Ooh, got a fantasy pen. Awesome.
Which is super cute.
Disneyland Paris. This series is adorable. 25 normally for May May. We're gonna go at $19.
I mean, that's on you guys. If you want to tell them it already ran, then you're gonna have better odds of winning.
14 hours and 30 minutes from my house to Florida or to Ohio. That's next time somebody asks about the giveaway, that's how long I'm gonna tell them it's gonna take. 14 hours and 30 minutes.
Reiniger, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment Film. Just everybody who comes in. Sorry, it already ran. Sorry, it ran.
Or you could just say I won it already, and if everybody says I won it, then they're gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
I'll be honest.
How many gift
I'll
cards
be
was here?
I'll be honest. I won't say anything, but if you guys say sorry, it already ran, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad.
Because that question keeps coming up and coming up.
Ran first thing today. Don't make me laugh. Oh man. Okay. Turning red spinner, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $22.
There we go. That looks pretty
I love the spinners, and they're making more of them too. She did let me know that there's more of them coming out.
That's awesome.
So hopefully they can hit all kinds of different ones.
Can I say if you ask about it, you're automatically disqualified? My mods will just boot you out of the chat so you don't have a chance to win. That would be awful. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
Don't even
We're
joke
not doing
about that.
Bernenzo, congrats.
Olympic pin, very cute pin. Minnie Mouse, because the eyelashes, you can tell it's Minnie. 20 normally. We're gonna run that at $15.
Oh man. Next one's running. Did you already run the Beauty and the Beast Dumbo fairy tale moments?
I think those ran in the first bucket.
Did you run the Ariel horse?
Aerial horse.
Was
I
that
haven't-
one of those from the other day? Or is it just Felipe? Maybe it's just a Felipe. Carrie Jou, congratulations.
This is glow in the dark.
Oh, the carousel horse, Richard.
Aerial carousel horse?
Not Ariel.
Oh, what was it?
Wasn't it Beauty and the Beast? Oh no, it was Ariel. Sorry, it is Ariel.
Glow in the dark. 25. I'm not sure. I
It
haven't
already
seen.
ran out, Surfer says.
Okay, it might have already run. I'm not sure. We're into bucket number 4 right now, so we've already run 3 buckets of pins. 25 normally on this Disneyland Paris glow in the dark, or Hong Kong. Sorry, Hong Kong Disneyland. 25. We're gonna run that at $19.
19. There we go.
Has the gift card run yet? Question mark.
You guys. We got a bunch of jokesters in the chat. Congratulations, Jennifer.
I feel like this is our.
There it is.
I feel like this is like someone's gonna come in here and it's gonna be like the scene from Forrest Gump, where it's like they're like seats taken. Like we're already the Figment family. Like somebody's gonna be like, sorry, the Figment family's full. We don't have any room for anyone else. Ellie of 300, Pink Owl mode exclusive. 55 normally for Cheshire. We're gonna run that at $41.
There we go.
You all passed the test. I love you so much.
Corey Joe, I do actually have an Ewok mug. I have the Starbucks one. I'm actually drinking out of it right now.
Yes.
But I'm not really a collector of all things Ewoks. I just collect the things that I like. Congrats, Maylee.
We all decided to split it and we each got 75 cents.
Oh, how nice.
Our transformation story. I love these. This is one of the nicest series. What was it? 20. No, I thought it said on the front. But this was like 2 years ago, I think. 35 normally. We're going to run that at $26.
What is your favorite resort board to bless?
Ooh, I'll tell you what. The one that when I went to Caribbean or Caribbean, I don't know how you say it.
Is Caribbean
I
beach?
say Caribbean Beach, but some people say Pirates of the Caribbean. Get it? So
Really? Congratulations.
I
I think Richard's losing it already.
I lost it a long
No,
time ago. What do you
no.
you tell me? I think I
Well,
lost
you've
it.
been Caribbean Beach and
It's
Pirates of the
Carib.
Caribbean.
Yes.
It's different.
Cheshire LE 4000, $30 normally. We're gonna run him at $22. Um, so yeah, please forgive me. I'm on meds. Um, that board that's there, there's a gentleman, cast member. His name's David. If you ever see David there, such a nice guy, so nice to talk to. I meet so many really nice cast members, and this is the funny thing is, the cast members know the pins that I put on the boards and that I bless the boards. And so, like David, I went to the kids board and I was going to put pins on the regular board because the regular board was garbage. Then he showed me the pixie dust board that he brings out, and he says we can't call it the David board. It's called the pixie dust board. And he says, but it's technically the David board. And I was like, I agree. It is the David board. Yeah, David is awesome. So basically, he went and this pixie dust board, he brought it out. It was amazing. And I went and I said, can I give you some stuff to put on the kids' board? And I just threw, I think me and my father in law were there. We threw like 20 pins on that board. We literally filled it up. So that was my favorite experience that I've done with it lately. Ellie of 4,000, $25 normally on this. This is newer. This is the 25th anniversary medal. We're gonna run this for 19 bucks, which is actually $3 under retail.
Wow.
Wow, we're smart business people here. Wowee, look at us.
What would you say a good resale price would be for the Gopin Pro stitch pins? I see a lot of up for sale now. Then go with what you're saying because we didn't get any of those pins.
Yeah, I would look at the sold stuff. I don't have it. I didn't get any of that stuff, so I'm not 100%. I haven't really been tracking it either.
Press 0817. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I think I will be looking at the prices of those also because I think I'm going to see a lot of them at my pin event
Yeah.
that people are going to have to trade, and it's like they are nice pins,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't mind having them and having some for you guys or whatever it may be down the pipeline. Ellie of 900. So this is the Heroes and Villains coin series. It's called Heads and Tails, and there's Lotso, and there's Woody. Ellie 900, 30 normally. We're gonna run this at 22 bucks. Let's go. But yeah, I'm not 100% what they've actually been going for. I just haven't been checking them. Where are the kids boards? They're in specific places. Some hotels have them. Not all hotels have them, which is kind of weird. Epcot had one that I saw that was over by the meet and greet with Mickey in them and the Goofy dancing party. I haven't put that video out yet. Me
RTR, congrats.
me dancing at the Goofy dance party.
Mm-hmm.
Limited release. Cinderella, $30 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that for 22 bucks. And it's a spinner. We got some up pins coming down. I know somebody asked about that.
Congrats, Lisa.
How is the weather in March? Not that bad. March here is actually pretty nice. There we go. Aladdin, 30 years, limited release. Him and Jasmine and the carpet. 25 normally. We're gonna run that 19 bucks. Rex from Toy Story. Get out of my head, Julie. What's the next pin?
It is Rex from
Rex from Toy Story. It's Toy Story. Toy Story. Caramel. I know. Caramel apple.
Did you
Caramel.
do a Haunted Mansion hat box?
Hat box is last. I believe it's the last bucket. So
Alright,
we have not
when
gotten
is
to it yet.
Laura Flo?
So this is 2020. Oh, that was a great year. Toy Story 25th anniversary, movie anniversary collections. The saddest thing is they did these every single year for cast exclusive. This is a cast exclusive limited edition of 1,000, $40 normally. It's gonna be $30 start. They did these every year, but when the pandemic hit, they stopped making them. They stopped producing them, and this was one of the casualties from the pin community because I always loved these series. These series were always nice. They did them for 3 years in a row, and they were supposed to keep doing them, but they didn't. The Dark Times.
RTR, congratulations. What's
Congratulations.
the best month to visit for weather and
Ooh,
crowds?
I'll
I
be.
personally like January, February for weather.
Somebody said September, late January, or February.
Yeah.
For weather wise, that's your best bet.
As far as crowds, I mean, it's hard because Disney's always hosting something.
Uh huh.
You've got cheerleading conventions. You don't want to come when it's cheerleading.
Even in January and
You
February,
don't
that's
wanna do
cheerleading
that.
conventions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to be here during cheerleader. You don't want to be here during the Run Disney events. Um,
The Daring Journey pin is coming up in like I think the last bucket. So it's still coming up.
And then there's a lot of times with the spring breaks and stuff. You want to avoid spring breaks for everybody.
I always
They're
tell people
different.
if you can make it possible when they switch Halloween to Christmas overnight,
Yeah.
that is like the best time to come. Like end of October to the beginning of November. That is if you can do like a week during then, you'll get to see both seasons. It's really cool. It's just a neat time of the year. Ellie of 1500 Spectro Magic Parade. This is the artist collection series. 45. We're gonna run it at $34.
Yep, the festivals will definitely bring crowds. So you
Definitely.
might want to steer away. Although, if you're not planning on going to Epcot, it's maybe not a bad idea to come during festival time.
True. Who's
You
not
could
planning
visit
on going to Epcot?
other parks.
Who's not going to Epcot?
Congrats, Betsy Bear.
They've got the one new ride this year, Test Track. There we go. Next, glow in the dark also. We had the Ursula glow in the dark. I mean, if you're telling me what park do you want to go to, I'm going to tell you Epcot every single time. $19 on that. That's a Hong Kong Disneyland exclusive.
This is the giveaway I just put up.
Ooh.
You put that
Oh,
on the
Maleficent
list, why
socks.
not?
There you go. That's
So
the giveaway.
Get in on that.
Maleficent socks coming to you.
I keep forgetting to do the giveaway, you guys. You need to warn me.
Yeah, we're doing giveaways every 20. So at 80, at 100, at 120, we're going to do giveaways. If we completely forget because we're just trying to run stuff for you guys, just let us know.
Yeah. All right.
Giveaway?
Jennifer,
Question mark?
congratulations.
I need math.
All right.
210.
158.
158 for a Grail. Ellie of 400, the Princess Bow series, or the Bow series, with the three brothers from Brave, gorgeous pin. The but that's a nice time to come. I love Christmas. Coming during Christmas is nice, but the problem is like it is
Everybody's here.
everyone's here.
And it's still hot.
It's very hot.
It's still hot here.
It is like so well, I mean Christmas isn't hot. It's just there's a lot of people. Like the parks are like double packed. I remember we said we're doing Christmas Eve.
Congrats, Amy May.
Amy May. I told Julie, I'm like, oh, we're gonna do Christmas Eve. That's gonna our Christmas, yeah, Christmas Eve. That's going to be our for sure. That's gonna be our for sure. Like we're gonna do that every year. We did it the first year, haven't gone back since.
No, not a good idea.
I thought this was awesome because you guys have seen these. I've seen these fake on the boards, but I've never seen it on the original backer card. I don't even think I knew that it came in the original backer card and that it was Mickey and Minnie's hands. And they faked Mickey's hands, but they never faked Minnie's hand. So you only always find this one.
Yeah.
$1 start. I thought it was a cute one.
And it's on its original card.
Yep.
That's cool. When do they put up Christmas lights? Do you know?
Christmas lights are that week after.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Thanksgiving. No, they skip Thanksgiving completely.
Yeah, but Halloween, I mean. Like they have
Halloween
lights
finishes and then they tear down Halloween the night after.
October 30th.
It's completely torn
There
down.
you go.
And then they start putting up the wreaths and that week they will have Christmas up.
JK242, congrats.
They should have most of it turned over, but if they don't, it usually is within 2 to 3 days that they have it completely set up. But most of the main pieces are set up overnight. Lock, shock, barrel, and the Easter bunny in the middle there. So Elliot 5,000, that's 30. We're gonna run that at $22.
There we go.
And the Maleficent socks are the giveaway right now. So get in there, get those.
Yeah, that's the problem. Laura Laura went to the Christmas party in shorts and sweatshirts. I had to buy a shirt because she was dying.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a real issue because
yep.
most of the stuff, even here in Florida, they sell is long sleeve stuff, and it's still too hot here to wear those nice leggings and the Christmas theme leggings.
You want to like? I
And,
want to.
like,
I wore an
we
ugly.
were dying the first year
I
we
wore an
came
ugly
here.
Christmas sweater, and I was
Yeah.
like, I regret this
Oh,
immediately.
it was bad.
2017. It is the Jack Skellington. We ran Oogie Boogie earlier. 25. Normally we run that at $19. Let's go. It's the most cold if you call that cold.
Right, it's the coolest.
It's the coolest.
We did get down into the 30s this year, so
Kind of, yeah.
those were my favorite days. I love to be able to bundle myself up, and you can't really do it here.
I don't know. There's something about grabbing a blanket and sitting in the corner of a couch.
Right.
There really is. Like
Jumbo flies, congrats.
4th of July, I will not be at the parks.
No.
I will be working on 4th of July, but then past
We
working,
have to get ready for our pin event the next
yeah,
day.
pin event is the next day,
We
so
did have a show here on Whatnot, but
we're canceling that also.
canceled.
The Baymax ugly Christmas. We were just talking about ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
Baymax ugly Christmas sweater, 25 normally. We're gonna run him at $19.
Giveaway is going to go in 15 seconds. So if you haven't gotten in on the Maleficent screw socks, now's your chance.
And we are in bucket number 5 right now. We're in bucket 5. That's good.
Disney World made us move to Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, we like Disney World. Jennifer Shaw 69041. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pin.
Welcome to the Figment family.
G Bats too. Congrats, you got the Maleficent
Oh,
socks.
there you go. G Bats. Congrats. From the Pin Group. Old stuff. I know that. By Coastal Adventures. It is the Disneyland, Walt Disney World. It's a small world. $35. Normally, we're gonna run that at $26.
There we go.
They said, did you see the news today? It said we should keep our ACs at 78. I was flabbergasted. That sounds terrible.
Mine is actually set to 74 right now because our house was freezing and it was constantly running because it's so hot outside. But now that I've put it to 74, it's comfortable in here, and the fans make it okay.
Yes.
Know?
So May Robbie asked a good question. What is one thing you wish you had known about Florida before you moved there? Because she's talking with her fiance about things.
I'll be honest with you. My number one thing is it's so extremely hard to make friends here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been here going on 8 years in August, and I still don't have a friend other than Richard. So it's very hard to meet people here. You would think that that's crazy. Julie, you're lying. That's crazy. I'm not the only one that has voiced this, though. We know people from the pin events that have moved here from other states, and they've said the same exact thing, that it is incredibly hard to make friends here. So, and I don't know if it's just the diversity and the constant tourists that come and go, that like
it's constant
right
moving.
now,
It's constant people moving in and out of where we're going. Yeah.
I love my house, but on both sides of my house are tourist homes. They're homes that nobody lives in, and it's just people come in and rent.
That's a lot of our neighborhood.
And that's a lot of our neighborhood. Yeah. So that makes it really incredibly hard to make
friends. I have work acquaintances that I'm friendly with. At
one point, I don't have those anymore.
I have work acquaintances that I'm friendly with. I have Mason's probably my best friend. And besides Julie, but past that.
Yeah, so that would be my only thing, is maybe maybe you need to pay attention to like the community that you're moving into. If you're moving into a community that says they allow short-term rentals, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. As much as I love my house and my location, I think in the long run it hurts us a little bit, because obviously like it just makes it harder, like, to make friends.
We are literally in a city that is in basically North America's number one most like moved in
It's
like per
so
capita.
populated.
It
Yeah.
is the most moved in city on a daily basis right now. So everything is apartment buildings and like everything is just getting built up at this
It
point.
takes us right now because they finally fixed I-4.
They didn't fix it, but
But
it's
it's in progress, and so
yes,
now we have like 4 lanes to get to Disney. So it literally takes 15 to 20 minutes. It used to take us half an hour because of
to
traffic.
an hour,
To an hour, yeah,
to an hour
sometimes
to
to
get
an
there.
hour. So, and we're not that far. I think we're only 12 miles away. So that's the other thing. Be aware that usually, like in Ohio, if it was 12 miles, it would take you roughly 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Here in Florida, 12 miles can take you up to hours, depending on where you're going. So be cautious of that too, 'cause
I
his first job when he got down here was in Orlando. We didn't realize how expansive Orlando was. And so we're just in this small like
I saw
city off
30
of
I saw
Orlando.
35 miles
Yeah,
away,
and it was not.
and it's it's
He had to make a
it's
2
2
hour
hours.
drive. He had
It's
a
2 hour
2 hour
drive, and
drive.
35 miles is 2 hours here in Orlando, and it's kind of crazy. And I for
So be
giggles,
aware of
and that's the
that.
thing is like jobs are interesting too. They're building a ton of stuff, but it's hit or miss. Like
Mhm.
I got lucky because I worked for a company that I put in Central Florida. And when that happened, they were like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "If we can make it work, let's go." And they paid for us to move down here. And so, I mean, they're building everything, but it's I'm lucky I have a good resume with tons of managerial background.
Yeah.
So they see anybody sees me coming through the door with my resume, I'm like usually offered the job within 5 seconds,
Mhm.
which is nice because, but I'm
Yeah.
not looking for a job.
So that would be my only two things. Other than that, I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. I personally hate the heat, but I moved here for Disney, so
Yes.
it's something that you just live with, and you go and maybe you vacation to cooler destinations,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um, Come on. It's Chip dressed as Cheshire. Disneyland Paris, 25 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 19 bucks.
so there you go.
But I mean, that's the other thing is like our house when we purchased it was worth X amount of dollars. That has doubled.
Oh gosh, it's almost tripled.
It's almost tripled
Almost tripled.
what we paid for it.
Yeah.
The problem is if I sell my house here, where am I moving to? Am I
Exactly.
moving back to Ohio?
Because it's not
Because
the
that's the
same
cheapest
market.
option.
Yeah, it's not the same market we moved here to. Shine Sarah, congrats.
So that's the problem is we're here because number one, we love Disney.
Humidity is awful. Yeah, super awful.
But if I wanted to be close to my work, I was paying $700,000 at that point,
Yeah.
which is not was not in our budget at that point.
Yep.
$25. We're gonna run that at 19 bucks. This is the Advent calendar series from last year. It was Mickey's Christmas Carol,
We actually grew up in Lorain, Ohio. So
but North Ridgeville,
yeah, Northridge,
Lorain County,
Lorain
Lorain County.
County. What
There
do
you
you have
go.
against Lorraine, Richard? Every time I say Lorraine,
We're not
you're
from
like, "You're
Lorraine.
not
I
from
never lived
Lorraine."
in Lorraine.
Kathy,
I
congrats.
never lived in Lorraine. I lived in North
There's
Ridgeville and
nothing wrong
Elyria.
with Lorraine.
That was it. This is one of the guys from the second Wakanda movie. Bad guy. Ellie of 4,000 or 4,400. Limited edition of 400. This is a DSSH exclusive. 25. We're gonna run that 19 bucks for an Ellie 400. Let's go.
There we go. Avon, yeah, I know exactly where Avon is. It's right next to North Ridgeville.
Yeah, we right there.
The house that I grew up in was actually 4 houses down from the Avon border.
Border.
Or I'm sorry, Westlake border. It's
Westlake. It was Westlake border. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Hey, Molly.
Shudo can. Speaking of Ohio,
Speaking of Holly,
residents, Pinpicks, Molly.
I saw you message me, Molly. I'll get back to you whenever we're done here. Ellie of 300. Um, Look at it. It's Kevin. Kevin from the Coin Series. Pink Alamode exclusive. 50 normally, we're gonna run that at 37 bucks.
Well, that's why it's important to talk about these things because a lot of you I'm seeing are from Ohio. And if you want to attend a pin event July 24th and 25th of next year, we are going to be at the Great Northern Mall in North Olmsted, Ohio. Pinpix is sponsoring that event for us. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a pin trading Disney event in Ohio.
Yep.
So it's definitely something to keep on your schedule and look forward to if you're from up there.
Shudo-kan, congratulations.
Unlock the fragments here.
Oh, we got fragment here. Yeah. There you go. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Everyone always comes in here. Some guy comes in and says, nailed it. Yes. 25 normally. We're gonna run that at 19 bucks.
There we go.
We got there's so much more to like plan and do and everything, but I'm excited. Got a whole bunch more coming down the pipeline whenever we can talk to you.
Yes. Go and visit your friends and family if you're in Ohio because it's going to be worth it. Because honestly, we don't do 2 day events here in Orlando, and that Ohio event is going to be a 2 day event so that it's worth it for everybody, all the vendors that are
Yep.
coming, anyone coming to visit. So it's going to be great.
Shanghai Disney, this is the Up autograph book. So you open it up, it has all their autographs in there. $30 normally, we're gonna run that at 22 bucks.
There we go.
I hear a cat.
I hear her too. She's
Is she playing with this?
Are you under the couch, Fancy? Have the dates been announced? For what? All of our pin events have been announced. So
Ohio?
Yep.
Yes. July 24th and 25th of next year. Thank you, Dream.
yeah.
Congratulations,
Danielle,
Danielle.
And then we also have let me show it to you really fast before Richard shows you a pin. We have this in the buy it now. It's a magnet for your refrigerator with all of our pin events for next year, including the Ohio pin event. So, and there's a QR code on it. So if you want to purchase that, I just have it in the buy it now for $1.
Yeah.
So it makes it convenient for you guys to remember these things. But it's also got the QR code. So if you want to be a vendor,
You'd like to purchase a
you can
table.
purchase any table for any one of those events, including the Ohio event. Fancy.
Glow in the dark on the moon. Limited edition of 2,500. Jack and Sally. 30 normally. We're gonna run that at 22 bucks. It's a glower. But yeah, the Ohio event's gonna be here in no time. Like this next year is just gonna fly through.
I feel like it.
We have too much stuff planned and it's all spread out.
Yes.
Like everything we have is all spread out and it's like gonna go boom, 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 one after another. And then next year we're gonna be going from one event, then like 3 weeks later another event, then 4 weeks later another event.
Well, congrats. And July next year is going to be wild because we have a pin event here. And then a full week later, we're going to have the 2 events in.
Sarah, did you change your name? Man, I hate when people change their names because then Sarah for Good Things is now For the Love of Pins.
Is she?
That's what she said.
Oh.
I would never have known that. Thank you for at least pointing it out. There we go. We got Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. 25 normally. We're running that 19 bucks.
Here we go. Are they setting you up outside the stores at Great Northern? Yeah. So basically, where Macy's is, we're gonna be stretched out through to like the food court area.
So where Penny's is, basically in the middle of the mall.
So it's gonna be right in the middle of the mall. Congratulations, Lindsay.
But at least the good news is food court's right there.
Food court, air conditioning, all of that good stuff.
We haven't been to all of the international parks. I seriously want to go, but getting Julie to leave the country is going to be an interesting task.
I do miss the Disney store being there. Even
I miss
mall here.
I miss Disney stores, period.
There's like no Disney stores here either.
Parade, characters on parade, Ellie of 2,750, 25 normally, $19. Let's go.
Yes, we will be doing
Get
the
that.
name tags again for the July 5th event.
Mhm.
Everybody loved that, and it's a really nice touch. It was nice to see people's names and know who people were.
It was just nice because, like, if I know you on Whatnot, it's nice to just be like, "Oh, it's, blah, blah, blah."
Right. Congrats, Mandy.
Because I'm terrible with faces and names. I'll be 1,000%. Unless I'm talking to you every single solitary day, I am terrible, terrible with names and faces. Limited edition 400, the selfie series. Kevin and Russell. 65 normally. We're going to run that at $49.
There we go.
How do you get foreign resort pins? I have somebody that does pickups for me in Hong Kong. They cover Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Shanghai. So they basically cover all of the three Asian parks. Paris pins, I really don't have anyone from Paris. Paris pins are nice, but I usually trade for a ton of them because they'll come to our pin events and then they bring buckets full of them that they don't want to bring home. And I'm like, I Shudokan, do you get another one?
Olivia got
Olivia got fragment too. There we go. Shudokan, congratulations. The but they'll bring buckets of pins and they'll be like, I don't want to take these home. And I'm like, I'll take them home to my house
Yeah, that has happened
in
quite a
Florida.
bit. That's
The
your next giveaway.
Daisy
Running
pass
right now.
holder magnet, retired older pass holder magnet. That's awesome. Daring Journey of Pinocchio's Daring Journey. I was going to say Daring Journey of Pinocchio.
I know.
Pinocchio's Daring Journey. This pin contains a piece of the donkey's shirt from Pinocchio's Daring Journey attraction. So in there is a piece of the shirt. I love this. They need to redo this. Redo this, Disney. LE of $1,570. Remember that $52.
There we go. I know. I remembered the giveaway this time. On time.
That's good.
I'm on time.
It's good.
This time. Great.
So we were talking about somebody went and asked me. This was the one thing I did want to mention this. Somebody was like, I keep hearing people keep telling me about this epic trade route that you have. So when I was at Epcot the last time, so I had to explain the trade route of where I would go to trade pins when we used to go like all day to do nothing but trade pins back in the day. Limited edition of 4,000, $30 Halloween pin. We're gonna run that at $22. Jack, Sally, and
Looks like
Oogie.
maybe a glower.
Might
Did
be
you
a.
try it?
That's definitely a glower.
It's a glower. Congrats, Brooke.
Right now, the Epcot pin traders are hanging out in the breezeway for now. I've noticed that they're starting to take over more and more tables and benches.
In between creation.
Yeah, and so I think this is the problem that happens. They got in the way at the Epcot ball because there was just too many of them.
Yeah.
Same thing's going to happen there, unfortunately, and I don't know where they're going to go after that because it's the only place that has shade in the entire park.
Yep.
Like right now, you're going to be sitting in the sun. You ain't sitting in the sun in the middle of summer.
Mhm.
Ellie of 2,000. I definitely should reprice this. $45. We're going to run that at $34. Haunted Mansion, Disneyland exclusive poster. But yeah, that's it's eventually that's the sad thing about it is like whenever Disney sees that that's become like it's a new they can look at it as a nuisance. And I wish they wouldn't look at pin trading as a nuisance.
Congrats, Tawny. And Tawny hit fragments.
Fragments here, get that before these pins tip over.
Yes, you're right, Nicole. There definitely was.
There definitely was some questionable things going on also. I agree 100% with that also.
There's always a bad apple in the bunch that
But
has to
the problem is now
take the joy away.
so I've had a couple people reach out to me and I'll just say this. I hear that they're sending them over to the pin carts that are now over by the in front of creations. So they're just sending them over there where they have pins now to go get what pins they want instead of that. And they're taking pictures before the day even starts and then scrolling pictures saying, "Get me that and I'll trade it for that."
Mm.
That's what's
And
happening
that
right now.
shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, that is definitely happening, and I've had a couple people tell me that. And if something like that happens to you, just go report it to guest services.
Yeah, don't report it to
Don't
the Figment guy.
don't report it to the
Don't
Figment
do
guy. I
anything
can't do
about it.
anything about it.
Go
People
report
hate
it
when
to guest
people hate
services.
when I talk about that stuff,
Yeah.
but it's not supposed to happen.
How
So
much
don't
is
let it
this one?
happen. We're gonna run this at $22 for Matterhorn.
There we go.
That's a steal on that.
But yeah, don't report it to the Figment guy. Report
Yeah,
it to
don't
guest
report it to me.
services.
Like I feel like everybody wants to give me all the gossip and dirt of the whole pin community just because of the pin group. I don't need it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Please.
For sanity's sake.
They have adventures. They have such a love hate relationship with pin trading.
Congrats, Brinstill.
It feels like when they're supporting it, they're really supporting it, but when they're not supporting it, they're just not, like, you can tell. Like, but I mean, let's be honest. The Epcot ball was starting to look like a Turkish bazaar. Like, it looked like a flea market at that point. Ellie of 1,000, Captain's Choice, Captain's Table, $25. Normally $19 for that Ellie of 1,000.
There we go.
I mean, I think they love the fact that they sell out their pins every Tuesday now.
5 seconds before the giveaway run. It's
Oh.
for the Daisy pack.
Daisy Magnet.
So if you didn't get in, get
in there.
'cause you're gonna miss it. Shikra, congrats, you got the pin. And Natalia Ollie, you got the pass holder magnet.
Congratulations there. 2003 Haunted Mansion, Disneyland Haunted Mansion, Gargoyle, really cool pin. $30. Normally we run that at $22.
22, there we go. And just so everybody is aware, I know I don't want anyone that's newer to feel discouraged if they win one of the giveaways prior to the big giveaways. Whatnot does allow you to win multiples.
Yes.
So we've seen it happen.
You can win
before,
multiple giveaways.
so don't feel discouraged.
Like your
You're
chances
"Oh,
are less or
man,
anything like that.
your
You still got a
chances
good
are still
chance.
the same." Congrats, Cheerma.
Here's an unreleased Disney Cruise Line pin from 2005. 25 normally. We're gonna run that at $19.
19. There we go. Any Disney Channel pins pulled?
Disney
I don't know
Channel?
if you had any listed.
Not besides like the JoJo Circus and that kind of.
Yeah, that one already sold.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is they could give tables, but I think the other piece of it is people don't realize that, like, the whole getting moved situation, that's already happened pre-pandemic. People were banned from the parks. They would lay out blankets with all their pins on the ground, and they had tables for them to sit on, but they would lay out with blankets on their tables, and it looked like a flea market. Ellie of 3,000, Hatbox Ghost, happiest place on earth, $30 normally, $22. So all this has happened before. And what ended up happening was they basically shunned pin traders for the longest time and pushed you off to the side over in Epcot. And you had to stand on a wall in Epcot in the blazing sun. That was the only place they would let you trade and set up and trade. We're coming back to that. That's going to happen. And you can't sit out for 10 hours a day.
Tina Khan, congrats.
There you go. If you're sitting out for like an hour or two and just trading some pins with some people and whatever, but if you're sitting out there and it's like a job to you, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't a job. It's a hobby. It's fun. Like, if it was his job, I would quit my job. Let's be honest. Hong Kong Castle exclusive, $25. We're gonna run that $19.
No, they were still sitting in between connections and creations.
They're still there, and it's
Yeah.
fine. But if it gets
It just
overtaken
might be limited,
and they
yeah.
start taking all the benches, they're going to put them in the sun.
Because that is
They've done it in the past.
That's one of the rules of pin trading on their one flyer that they handed out the one time, that you can't take up seats.
Yeah, it's not them bringing one book of traders. It's them bringing books of traders. It's them, so that is a problem. Disney is going to see this as a problem. Guys, this has all happened in the past in Epcot already. And they said, go stand in the sun on this wall and that's the only place you can pin trade. We see you anywhere else, we're going to ask you to leave the park.
So Natalia asked, why don't they do what Disneyland does in Frontierland and have tables for specific time periods and everyone comes? Okay, I think that's coming.
So let's talk about the conversation we had.
I think that's coming, and I think it's going to come sooner rather than later because we were at Disneyland and we were pin trading right outside of Space Mountain. They had their cases and stuff, so you had to basically trade your same sort of pin for the same sort of pin, and like it was one of
It was the shadow boxes.
And we were talking to those cast members, and they said we just had a visit from the Orlando pin people, and they were looking at everything.
The pin designers, the head of
merchandising,
the head of merchandising was there, and the head of the Walt Disney World parks was in this group, walking around looking at these shadow boxes, looking at these setups.
So I think we're going to see that, especially that comes sooner rather than later. And then I also think that it's going to get to the point where there is such a demand for it. I wouldn't be surprised if each one of our parks maybe has a spot and a designated time, and that's it, and they'll just make you move along unless it's that designated time slot,
Victoria, I want them to bring shadow boxes to the parks. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't think you get rid of the boards. I think you condense the board. I have a whole 5. Yeah. So, but I've said the first thing is taking the 28 boards at Epcot's, maybe knocking it down to 5 boards, because then instead of refreshing 28 boards, you're refreshing 5 boards. How much easier would that be to refresh? Put 5 cast members that are trained how to tell reals from fakes. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Nice and simple. You only got to train 2 people at each board, at each shop, whatever it may be. So simple, it's ridiculous. Then you have shadow boxes in the places where you don't have. So, like if you sell pins up front again, you have shadow boxes. If you sell pins back in that pin shop, shadow boxes. If you sell pins by the cart in UK, shadow boxes. Plain and simple.
A shadow box is basically
fixed. The problem is kind of fixed.
It's an enclosed case.
Yes.
That they have pins in that they're displaying, and those are pins that you can trade. But it's not like a board where you can just go and grab it. You have to actually actively trade with the cast member.
Yeah.
And you're trading the specific types of pins. They're making them open up in most cases, or they show their receipt that they purchased it. And they're opening up a mystery box. And if they don't want it and they want to trade something in there, they can trade of like.
Like the one box, I did the video of it. The one box is if you bought a 5-pack of pins. The other box is if you bought a 2-pack of pins. The other one is if you bought Hidden Mickey or the one trader pack with one single pin in it.
Yeah.
So that it's a great idea, but it's not the solution. It's the add-on to what needs to be done on top of the other things. Just nice and simple. Some things that they could do.
So it'll be interesting. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
No, I think it's a good.
Needs to evolve.
It's not the whole solution. It's part of the solution. We'll just call it that. Part of the solution. 50th Mickey limited release, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $22.
Change is hard, and it's hard for everybody. But I think that's a change that Orlando will openly welcome.
And I think they're going.
Especially the people that are so upset over people trading fakes and all that stuff.
The executives were looking at the tables there also. So I think that's another thing that they're going to think of. And I think they're going to say you're going to be able to trade in Epcot from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock or 11 to 4 or something, or 10 to 3, 5 hours. Have a nice day. Go enjoy the rest of the park. Like that's what it's going to end up being. I can guarantee you that's coming. People don't want to hear that, but that's coming. Limited release, 65th anniversary of Disneyland, $25. We're gonna run that $19.
Bats, if you are thinking of getting rid of the backer cards or the boxes, I would just hang on to it, and I would put what pin it was on, because that way, if you do want to trade it or you want to sell it in the future, you have the backer card. It does help.
Yes.
Value. So it doesn't help value like to an extreme, but it does help it.
Here, Drew, congratulations. Congrats. One of my favorite pins in the show today. One of the very few living with the land pins that there is. Normally $100. We're gonna run it for $75. Let's go.
There we go.
I mean, you could the number one thing that gets people in trouble is when you start talking about values of pins. Because Disney believes like you should be trading one for one, all that stuff. But we all know when you're going there, they're not going to trade one for one. There's sticklers there that are trying to trade four pins for one for something that's not even like a chaser or
Yeah.
anything like that, or a limited edition. And the fact that they're still sending them over, I'm still hearing stories of them sending them over to
Congratulations.
buy what pins they want is insane to me. Epcot, Figment, Been There series. This is the Starbucks pin. 25 normally, we're running that 19 bucks.
There we go.
I love the Starbucks pins. I was kind of upset that they did the tumbler thingy this year. That was kind of too much. I think it was an interesting idea, but I don't need 47 tumblers to complete this series.
Right. Congratulations.
Congrats, Sarah Mill. Mulan from the live action movie. 25 normally we're going to run that at 19 bucks. Nice limited release. You got a fragment here there. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but I think they just like they executed it completely wrong.
I just glitched out here for a second.
Gotcha.
There we go. Now it's running.
Starbucks pins like the ones there, they were on individual cards, or they had a 4-pin booster pack. They didn't have a Starbucks mystery bag, or they should have just done a 5-pin mystery bag.
Right.
That would have been great. Shudokan, congratulations. Next, Frank and Weenie from the passport. What are these called? The postcard series. Passport. Joe's like, I don't know. Postcard series for New Holland. LE of 345. Normally we're in that 34 bucks.
34. We have all of our pin events posted in Pin Trading Disney's Facebook page. So you can find it all there.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline for Disney with pins. It is their 25th year, and I've noticed they've made active attempts to make some like boards magical.
Congrats, Angie.
And I think that's the biggest thing is make boards magical, put one cast member there, and then basically have that cast member like if somebody that cast member is the only person on that board. So if you've traded two pins, you can't come back to that board. Like that's the other way to fix it. If you go down to 5 boards,
You'd have to search our names because we post the day of our events. And in the post, I usually have in the comments like pictures of the crowds at certain points in time. So, wah, 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 wah. AG Magic Boards 10. Thank you so much for the raid.
hope you guys had a great show. Thanks for popping, and we appreciate it. Chef Mickey's from the Dining with Disney series, LE of 2,500, $55 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at 41 bucks.
There we go.
Heavily enforces the rule of two. They should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one thing if you didn't trade it. You went to a board and there was nothing there, and then you come back to it. But they're just running the boards at this point.
Congrats, Arfennel.
Arfennel, congrats.
A raid is when another seller's show comes into our show and they bring all their viewers.
They finished their show up and then they popped into here.
Yeah, that's a raid.
Limited edition of 500.
It's Wicket.
Adventurous, childlike. $50 normally. We're gonna run that at 37 bucks.
There we go. With an increased interest in pin trading, do you think Disney will increase their limited edition release numbers or continue as is?
I think they'll continue as is. They're selling out.
Lower. Haven't they been?
They've been going lower.
LE sizes. That's kind of crazy.
I think they're going to continue how it is. They're selling out. If you're selling out, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to, because what if you don't sell out?
A little bit of Disney, congrats.
I'll be honest. Last year, guys, there were sets that were at like, the case was loaded with limited editions. Do you remember we would go to Epcot, Julie?
Oh, yeah.
And it was just loaded with unsold limited editions. And then all of a sudden, this year, there's like nothing there.
Right.
They almost always sell out. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Pink Alamo Beautiful pin on pin on this kind of like cutie series. LE 300 65. Normally we're gonna run that at 49 bucks. We do not have any of the Stitch Pin HQ pins
No,
right
we
now.
don't.
I'm probably gonna get them at our pin event and trade
Yeah.
for them.
So next Sunday we're gonna have a show. That'll be directly after our pin event, and we'll probably have some of them then.
Yes, they are very nice quality.
Mulan did more PT, right? Mulan did more
PT,
PT. Thank
yes.
you so much for your first purchase of Figma Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Disneyland Paris, it is Cinderella. 25 normally, we're gonna run that at a $19 value.
There we go.
Pink Owl Mode pins have never been faked. It's a third-party pin, I can guarantee you. But I will say this: there are fake Loungefly pins.
Yes.
There,
Do you think it's because of the 25th anniversary that there's so much demand on pins?
I am.
Jen Coral 66, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figma Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I honestly think right now it is the TikTok influence. There is a major influence coming from TikTok with traders, and there's people that are like kind of like they want information about pin trading, and they're making fun videos, but the education is lacking on it. And that's my main sticking point on all that. Elliot 5000, the Figment Munchling, he's adorable. $30 normally, we're gonna sell him for 22 bucks. We got Fragmenteers.
Richard, do you have a favorite Loungefly series of pins?
Loungefly series? There
I
was
liked the ones where they had the doors that opened and they were like Winnie the Pooh.
that I was gonna say that too.
Nuh-uh.
We
Get
had
out of my
those. We
head.
had those on our
I
board.
know, they were so cute.
No, we had those on our board. Those were adorable. Yeah.
I think that was a really cute.
Tina Khan, congratulations. Hey, Raylo.
Hey, let me put a giveaway up. Hang on a second.
Limited edition of 250. It is Grogu. This was a D23 exclusive when we went there.
All right, giveaway's up and running. I'm ready.
$70 normally run for 52 bucks. So I mean, I think there's an immense kind of bigger interest in pins right now because of those people coming in. But that's where I'm getting a lot of of people saying to me, "I don't care if they're fake. I want to get cool pins off the boards." And I'm like, "Well, I care if they're fake. Like I'm sorry if I care that they're fake, you know?"
La Laura.
That's like if you spent $500 on a Louis Vuitton bag, Julie, and you found out it was fake, would you be upset?
Yeah, I would be very.
I would be very upset.
Because you're gonna put all that money into it. You want something real. That's kind of like
You'd be livid.
it's like I bought a Labubu straight out of the box off of eBay for our youngest Evelyn.
It's fake.
It's fake.
La Fufu.
And then the worst part is I waited too long to leave feedback.
Yeah.
I can't even leave them
Oh.
a review telling them that it's fake. So that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
you
I'm not gonna return it because she still likes
no,
it.
she still likes it.
So
So 35 on this up. This is Pink Owl mode also. 35. We're gonna run that at 26 bucks. So, but that's the thing. Like, if you bought a fake Rolex, or you bought fake Nikes, or you bought fake whatever, and you pay X amount of dollars, and then you know, I- do you know how frustrating it is? I'll be honest. That's probably the most frustrating thing is I've gotten pushback from the TikTok community in general because I'm trying to keep it real because I've seen all this stuff happen in the past
Andrea, congrats.
and they don't want to listen. So, I mean, it's one thing if you don't want to listen, but understand when it happens, don't come to me and complain. Like I'm just forewarning you. It's happened in the past. It's gonna happen again. LE of 300, Pink Alamode exclusive Ariel. She is gorgeous. 65, it's gonna be 49 bucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have been getting pushback big time, and it's just like I'm just trying to help here, guys. I think that's the number one thing Julie can say that I've done is that I try to help more than anything in this world.
Shudokan, congrats. We use eBay sold listings to help value pins, but not auctions. Only if it's a buy it now.
Disneyland Paris. It is Stitch on the was it teapots? $25. We're gonna run that at 19 bucks.
There we go. The problem is they aren't spending money on pins. They're paying $1 at most, so they aren't invested. Very
But
true.
but this is the other thing is so there is this big contingency of like
Congrats, Paige.
content is fun, but you know, if you really want to get into this and you really want to get into pins, you got to have some sort of education. You cannot not know anything about pins. So that is a problem. You can't make I said this last time. You can't make dance videos last week because that was popular. And then this week you're doing Disney pins and next week you're making Labubu videos. Like that's not I understand that's how content works, but that's not how this community works. D23 I'm sorry, I'm just preaching for the crowd here. D23 exclusive, $100 normally. This is Lorcana Mickey. You can only get that at D23. We're gonna run that at 75 bucks. And I don't mean it to be a soapbox moment. I just say, like, this is the pushback I get. And it's like the moment I push anything, it's like, okay, boomer, shut up. And it's like, I understand. I'm a 40-year-old man making pin trading videos. Sorry. I like it.
Yes, Palmer. So here's a question. Anyone ever see a main pinpoint that looks like it's been cut or ground down? Like not just a worn down
Hmm.
point, truly flat with no point at all. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
Because I know why it's like that. It came from a frame set, most likely, because Disney used to cut the tips off of the pins so it had just a tiny stub. They pushed that into whatever frame set that they have so that it didn't come out the back of the frame. So they've thankfully stopped doing it that way.
And just got
But
longer
if
frames.
you came into a collection where you found a pin like that, that's the whole purpose of it. It came from a frame set. So
Yeah. We've had a whole bunch of those. Good question. Yeah.
oh, giveaway is running. And Sarah West, congratulations.
Oswald and Mickey, the Disney treasures. 60 bucks. That's the like that. Like that question just came out of nowhere. That was a great question. Thank you so much for asking. Because that's something that I don't think anyone else knew, but we kind of know it because we've dealt with it.
And I break open frame sets.
$45 on the Disney treasures.
We actually sold these gorgeous princesses, and I had to put on the card for every one of them. You know,
Came from a frame set. Came from a frame set.
Is there, but it's not a pointy pin back. Congrats, memory.
Next, Cruella, Ellie of 300. She's this was a D23 exclusive when we went to D23 this year. $65 on that, 49 bucks. I am excited to go to D23 next year because Expo, I had so much fun.
That was so
We
much
had such a
fun.
good time, and I think if we bring more people
And
this
I
next
hope
time
we can get tickets to it. And if we can't, we're still going.
and get tickets for your parents, I think they would love it. I think they would love it.
They're excited.
Yeah, they would love it.
Congrats, Angie.
There we go. There you go. Limited release. Create your own magic. This was a Festival of the Arts pin. 25 normally. We're gonna run that at 19 bucks for Figment.
There we go.
I mean, I try to tell people I am the same person in my video. That's what do you guys realize I don't use some weird wacky voice when I'm doing my videos? I could be like, "Hi guys, Rich from Figment Guy Pins. We're going to go check out the boards."
You might be
Like,
a
come
little
on.
peppier than other.
I might be a little bit peppier than, but I'm not changing my voice or doing anything different. I'm just talking to you guys and I'm showing what's on the boards. People are like, "Oh, I don't want to see." I know, wasn't that scary?
That was a little scary.
VIP tour pin. This is, of course, you only get it if you go on the VIP tour. 25 normally. We're in that 19 bucks.
19 bucks. Here comes the questions of.
Oh, please do that. At least one video.
Are we still doing the VIP tour, Richard? Have you looked into that, Richard? Huh?
I really do have to take 5 seconds.
Yeah, you really do.
Culver says new chicken sandwiches. I might have to get a chicken sandwich tonight.
You and Julie are fantastic hosts. Only show my whole family enjoys. Oh,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
that. We try to be something. I'll be honest. We try to be something that the whole family can watch.
Oh yeah,
We have a family. We had a younger family. They're not younger anymore.
ours are getting older.
Ours are getting older. Marie is on, or Duchess is on this. I'm not going to take it out. Marie and her brothers are on the other side. It flips over, and they're on the other side. So 50 normally. We're going to run that at $37. I'm feeling a little bit better.
He
I'm not.
needs his ears to pop. He will be much better if his ears.
I'll feel a million times better if my ears are pop.
Yes. Our kids do not pin trade.
Not
anymore.
not anymore.
But I did take. We took Evelyn with us to the pin event in California,
Hmm.
and even though she looked kind of miserable most of the time, I think she
She had a
liked the
good
whole thing.
time. I think she had a good time.
And so we're taking her again for the September event, and I think she's a little excited. Maybe a little against her will, but I think she had fun when it came time to actually trade.
So 112. Okay, there we go. The main event of the whole entire evening. Journey into Imagination, artist proof piece of history. It is $112 with the discount. It has a piece
Yeah.
of the original banner that hung in the ride.
No, today is not a buyer giveaway. It's a giveaway for everyone, and then it will also be good for international viewers too. So
I said
we
it
don't
from
normally open up
yeah.
international, but
I said it from the
today-
beginning of the show. I want this to be a day where you guys are in here, we're talking, we're having a good time. You guys are asking pin questions, Disney questions. Let's just
Mr.
talk.
Narwhal, it's Mr. Narwhal.
Mr. Narwhal, you get two.
It's Mr. Narwhal.
That's what today is. Today is and you get a chance to win a $250 gift card for Disney, and you also get a chance to win a limited edition. We didn't talk about this a lot,
No.
but you get a chance to win a limited edition of 250, the brand new Chef Specials Grandma Gummy. We're giving these away today.
Yeah.
They're getting given away, and all you got to do is just hang out and chat.
Hank and Huss, the discount we're talking about is we're giving 25% off of the
Ticketed price, stickered price.
Sticker price. So that's what he means by that.
So this is the 20th anniversary of Journey into Imagination with Figment. So $40 normally. We're gonna run that at $30. Yes, we are in Florida. We're about 15 to 20 minutes away from Disney, and we go to the parks. I try to go at least once a week. Used to be a lot more,
Oh yeah,
but life happens.
it does happen. Sherry, congratulations.
There you go. And then the next one this one's the pass holder. Okay, this one is the pass holder exclusive for the 20th anniversary. Also 40 normally. We're gonna run that at 30. She is making gummy berry juice. That's a good call. Yes, it does spin.
What's your favorite park and why?
Epcot. Epcot
You
is
have to think about it.
Epcot is the park. I don't have to think about it. Besides that, it has the best food. Man, Epcot has my two most favorite restaurants that if Julie went and said, "Hey, we're gonna leave the kids at home today. I got us a reservation at blah blah blah," I'd be like, "See you later, kids. You're on your own for dinner."
Ashton, congrats.
30th anniversary mystery box. I love this series. One of my favorites. Well, I mean, I was waiting for someone to ask which two. Oh, there you go. Brian already knows. Brian comes to the show. Brian knows. $35, and we're gonna run that $26. So my two favorites are Le Cellier and Via Napoli. Le Cellier has my favorite meal from beginning to end, and Via Napoli has my favorite just entree that there is on all of property.
Congrats, Cappy.
Um, Via Napoli has you start off with the traditional poutine with red
Not Via Napoli.
or not Via Napoli, sorry,
Le
Le Cellier. You start off with the traditional poutine.
Oh, Lissy, are you still here? This is the one she was talking about.
Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is the one she was talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
the carousel, the aerial carousel. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Now it makes
I don't
sense to
think
me.
he's here, so can we hold off on that?
Yeah, I'll put it aside for a second. Tag her and we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, that's fine. Um,
She's
she's here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then we'll do that. Okay, so 65. We're gonna run this at 49 bucks. So then past that, we have 49 bucks. Then it's the ribeye, 18-ounce ribeye, which me and Julie split.
We do. We split
We
it.
split all of this because you can.
We usually get an extra side.
Oh,
dish.
cheddar cheese soup also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The cheddar cheese soup to
You
dip
can't
your
not
bread in.
have that. You have to have
And then the maple creme brulee.
that.
That is my favorite meal from top to bottom.
Yeah, so good.
Precious Queen, congratulations. And then at Via Napoli, my favorite dish is the chicken parmesan. Chicken parmesan, they have the best on property right now.
Oh, what was that fruit?
I don't even
Oh,
know.
you put me on the spot, Corey.
We're talking about food. See, that's what we got into. We got food. Who's your favorite pin trading content maker? I like Blake Silva. Blake Silva makes really good stuff. You can tell he's a very engaging person. Summer makes really good content. She's newer into pins, so she's getting moving, but Summer does a really good job also. Ellie of 4,000, and that is going to be 22.
It's not an apricot. Any of our Canadian friends in here know what the little tiny fruit is that's kind of like a tomato, but not really? I can't think of what it's called. But it's on top of the creme brulee. Carrie Jude, congrats.
My favorite is there's one content creator. I'm not going to say who it is, Joe.
Thank you.
There's one content creator. There's one. Kumquat. There it is. You got really excited. You got really excited about that. So there's one content creator that has gone through all of our featured posts and made content on every single one of our featured posts. And people think that this person is an expert.
Mhm.
They've been in pins. I had a conversation with them. They've been in pins for a month. I think it's a month. They're very nice though. And they're very eager to learn. So that is nice. Limited release, 30-year anniversary of the Orange Bird. That is 28. Oh, that's 28. We got some stupid number on here. 19 bucks we're gonna run it at. That sounds good.
There we go.
I mean, people that are trying to educate's great. At least somebody did read the featured post. The good call out there, because almost nobody else reads the featured posts.
Shine Sarah, congrats.
Like I said, I'm a huge fan of people that make dance videos last week, pin content this week, and Labubu videos next week. LE 500, WDI, Walt Disney Imagineering, $35. Normally we're running that at 26 bucks.
I'm gonna go back to talking about Via Napoli.
Oh, Via Napoli, yes.
I used to always get the chicken Alfredo, but I had to stop getting it because they stopped putting so much sauce on it, and so it was getting dry. So my new go-to is actually like their little tiny tortellinis, and it's served with these cute little tiny peas,
Mm-hmm.
and it's such a delicious dish. So
You love that one. You get that all the time now. Congrats there.
and it never leaves me feeling like uncomfortably full. It's like just the right amount of food.
So Christine said, did you ever spend a week doing the deluxe dining plan? The food was amazing, but after all, I wanted to eat lettuce and water.
Oh,
I mean, I could imagine if you're just eating like deluxe
much,
meals
yeah.
over and over
well,
again.
Disney feeds you huge meals as it is.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine.
That's why we started splitting meals.
Yeah.
Because like I don't need an 18-ounce steak by myself
I
in the
know.
middle of a day
We
in
did
a
it the
hot
first
theme
time, and
park.
It was so uncomfortable.
We were like I was
You're
like
down for the count for the rest of the
I don't know.
day.
It was like I felt like I had the tuba guy behind me. LE of 1,250. This was the goodbye pin from last year's pin event that has the 25 years trading with Figment on it. But this was the goodbye pin that they gave us when we left last year. $45 normally. We run that for 34 bucks.
I love that. Disney does provide salads, though.
Disney, I mean, they do provide salads.
They make a mean Caesar salad in most of their restaurants.
They provide salads, but nobody wants them.
I know. You're on vacation. You want to eat, something really good. I have no idea, Sassy Shimer. I have no idea.
Congrats.
Congrats, Allison.
A limited edition of 3,000. Look at this guy. Who is it? Yeah, there they are. Dreamfinder and Figment. Journey into Imagination. $45 normally. We're running that $34. People like the salad at Regal Eagle. I don't know. I've only eaten barbecue there.
Well, yeah, but the thing is,
Oh, there it is right there. Emily said it. The best salad is Liberty Tree.
Brian said it.
Oh, did Brian say it?
Brian said it. The salad, yeah.
Oh, Brian said, yeah,
that's
Liberty Tree is the
only
best.
salad that Richard will actually eat on property.
Only salad I will
With
ever
dressing.
eat
Yeah.
with dressing.
All
No,
right.
thank you.
Let me put a giveaway out, please.
Okay, gotcha.
Pixar, congrats on that. How about another pair of socks?
Socks are good.
How about these cute socks?
Oh, those are cute. Toy Story, Rex. That'll go right. I'm going to put that so we can still kind of see them. Okay, so next one is a beautiful Disney LE300 Maleficent. 75 normally. We're going to run that at $56. Let's go.
There we go.
That's a steal.
I've never been to Disney World, but I am a Disneyland pro. What would be your biggest tips for a Disney World newbie?
Travel time.
Yeah.
Your travel, it takes forever to get to the parks, and if you want a park hop, it takes forever to park hop. So, like, really strategically planning out your days. You might think you're over planning, but you might be under planning.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to get as much done as humanly possible.
Wow, Laura, congrats. Ooh, that gives me an idea of something to talk about.
Look at this beautiful pin. Disney Princess Pink Alamode exclusive. $50 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at $37. Let's go.
Okay.
LE300.
So when we stayed at Port Orleans, Riverside the other day, we used their free water park pass. Because if you book a Disney resort for the whole year of 2025, you actually get one free day, and it's the first day of check-in. You get to go to the water park before your
Pat, congratulations.
And so we actually did that for the first time, and tons of fun. We really enjoyed it. By the time we got there, we were only there for maybe 2 hours before we did leave. But here's like a recommendation that I have for you. We totally made the mistake of using the bus system to get there. If you have a car, drive your car. They don't charge you to park at like Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. We made that mistake, and that is a one and done. I would totally go and use the water parks again on that first day when you're checking in, but not using the bus. The bus took us to Animal Kingdom. Then we had to get off of the bus at Animal Kingdom and find the bus for Blizzard Beach. And then it was like a whole transport system. It took so long for us to get from the resort to Animal Kingdom to Blizzard Beach, and then we're thinking about it, and like, we don't want to get stuck where you're standing and you're wet and trying to get back to the resorts. So we ended up cutting our day short because we didn't want to leave when everyone else was going to be leaving at like the end of the night. So that's my hot take.
No, that's a good call out.
Definitely use the water parks because that was so much fun. It was the first time our kids have ever even been to one of the Disney water parks, and they really enjoyed it. But yeah, if you have a car, drive yourself.
What did I tell you?
Drive yourself.
I found out it was free park. I found out it was free parking, and I told Julie.
Yeah. He was trying to get me to drive to, the water park, and I was like, no, I really don't want to. I'd rather take the bus. But I didn't realize I thought we were gonna sit on the bus and then go from Animal Kingdom to it.
Typhoon Lagoon is the same thing. They said you have to transfer from.
It's a transport.
Yep. Okay,
So
that's what I thought. I was wondering.
But you have to transport from one bus to the other bus, and it's a kind of a pain in the butt. So I would avoid that if you can.
Should have sent me to get the car.
I know.
Limited edition 400 for the Lilo and Stitch live action. This was from DSSH. 65 normally. We're gonna run that at $49.
There we go.
They're cute.
We did Blizzard Beach, and I highly recommend it. It is kind of getting outdated. I did notice that there were some areas that they definitely could use some revamp on. But it was still a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend going to it.
So here's a question:
Fun, Jay.
How is the beach club? How is the beach club or Coronado Springs?
I would prefer staying at Coronado Springs over Beach Club, but I've never stayed at Beach Club.
The
You
only,
have it.
so this is the thing. Coronado is nice. It is spread out.
It is spread out.
You will not be close to anything.
Try to stay.
You
in
will not
Casino
be
Tower.
close to, yeah, you will not be close to anything. Beach Club is right there and you walk out the door and go into Epcot. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you're kind of toss up between the two, that's kind of where I would do. That's for me, that's what I would do.
20 seconds
Or
before the giveaway runs.
The one that I would like more. I do like Coronado though, but staying in the tower is the best.
It is, yeah.
Elliot 400 from the movie there. 49 bucks on this one also.
And
But-
we actually have never been to the Strawberry Festival.
Oh yes.
My shirt is from Goodwill. It was new with tags sitting on the rack, and I was like, I loved the colors of it, and I loved the layout of it. Like it's a nice, tank top. So KMC Styles, congratulations, you got the socks. And then Jen
Coral, congratulations, you got the pin and socks coming to you. So I'll show this one. Elliot 400, nice. It's a bigger one. It is nice pin on pin. 85 normally, we're at 64 bucks. So that's the biggest piece of it is like somebody asked, what's your favorite, like if you could pick an ideal stay slash park day, what would you say? And for me, like it matters between the resort because staying at Grandestino club level is not the same as staying at the
JMC Glenn 97. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figma Guy pins.
Welcome to Figma family. It's the not the same as staying at Fort Wilderness campgrounds.
Right.
Completely different.
Different experiences.
Was Jumbo House the one that we had to walk 17 miles?
No, it was the other one.
Kidani. Oh, that was the worst.
Never stay at Kidani again.
No, I don't even think I'd ever stay at that resort ever again.
I honestly felt like I wasted so much money staying there, which is very sad because I know everybody loves that one so much, but it was not a convenient
Glow in the dark
resort.
Mickey. 25 normally for the Secret Super Spy Mickey. We're gonna run him at 19 bucks.
We were actually like at Kidani Village, and it was for 4th of July last year. Actually, we stayed there for 2 nights, and we were like one of the last rooms down the hall.
It was Julie timed it was 14 minutes.
Yeah,
to get to the transfer
and then
to go to the main building.
Find out you didn't even have a quick service food.
You got to get on the tram.
You have to go to the other one. I was crying. I'm not like one that really wants to cry, to strangers.
And
I was crying.
I've never.
This is probably the worst experience I've had on property, and I'm like, this should be magical, like I don't feel any like excitement either right now.
I think the other piece of it was that like I don't think I could ever really speak too badly about any of our stays on Disney property.
Right.
But that was the one stay that I was like, I don't ever think I want to do this again.
For the cost of what I paid and what I got.
I could have went to Riverside. We could have went to Riverside.
Yeah.
But her parents were with us, so we couldn't have.
Yeah.
But we could have went to Riverside for an additional 3 days. So like that's the thing. Yeah. Limited release. This is the pass holder exclusive for Food and Wine. 25. We're gonna run him 19 bucks.
We're talking about Kidani, so the Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, I think is what it's called. We stayed there last year, right around this time, and yeah, it was just sad.
We did run some orange bird. We ran 2 orange birds early in the show.
Congrats, Kathy. And they tried to get us to like move rooms. They tried to get us, to move resorts, but because it was the holiday, there was nothing. So.
Limited edition of 2000 carousel. This is the It's a Small World carousel. $40 normally. We're gonna run that at 30 bucks.
My worst stay was All Star Sports. Bus takes forever. That's a problem staying at the All Star Sports because you're sharing the bus usually, aren't you? Or they used to. It might not anymore, but
I don't think it does anymore.
At one point, they used to share the buses, and it was a hot mess by the time it got to you. Precious queen,
They're
congratulations.
separate now. Okay.
Oh, good. Thank goodness for that. It's been a while since we stayed at the All Stars.
Figment Food and Wine, 25 normally. We're gonna run him at 19 bucks. I mean, that's the thing is like each resort is a different experience. Best resort in your guys' opinion. So we'll break it down because there's value, there's moderate, and then there's deluxe.
Yeah.
Deluxe, my favorite, hands down. You're not going to convince me of anything else. Is if I am staying at club level at the Polynesian
At the Polynesian.
of the major ones, club level at Polynesian,
Jen Coral, congrats.
the best. It was the absolute easiest experience. We were so close to the food.
Yep.
It was just, and you're right there watching the fireworks.
Yeah.
You know, plain and simple. That's the one of the better stays that I had. The contemporary club level we did not like either.
Oh yeah.
Tina, we
Really
1,000.
not good.
I love contemporary, and I would say if you're staying in a normal room, if you get resort view in contemporary, I love that.
Fine. It's fine.
It's
yeah.
fine.
But yeah, club level at contemporary.
25 on Figment. We're gonna run 19 bucks.
I would skip it because they don't have enough space for all of the club level people. So it was just a kind of a madhouse there.
It was a madhouse. They had there was families with like 20 kids, and they barely have any space compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting. That
but
one.
If we go down like to the what do they call it? Not moderate. What's under moderate? Value.
Yes.
Value resorts. Are they still considering Art of Animation and Pop part of the value?
Yes, they are.
They are.
So I mean, Pop Century. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you that you can't compare it, but they are, and Pop Century is the best value for me.
We love Pop Century.
And the reason I don't say Art of Animation is because Art of Animation, the problem is that it's all it's like all family suites.
Yeah.
So if you don't need a family suite and you just need a room,
then
Pop Century is the place to go.
Little Mermaid, and that's the farthest.
That's the furthest walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
LE 400 Inside Out 2. This is a DSSH exclusive. 60 normally. We're gonna run that at 45 bucks. Got Anger and Fear on there. Yeah, I'd say Pop for me is my favorite. Moderate.
But if we're going, let's go back down though, because
okay.
I personally don't think that All Stars can be compared as value with
All Stars is still good.
Pop and Art. Honestly, if I'm choosing one of the All Star resorts, it's going to be music. I like the music resort the most
out of the three. I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah.
So I think it's still a huge contender because there's a lot of value there.
And think of it like this: you can almost stay 7 days in a resort instead of staying 3 days, 2 days in some of these other resorts.
Well, and All Star Music is the one that has.
Just need a place. Yeah, but you just need a place to lay your head. That's all you really need.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, here we go. Here's a nice old one. Alien Encounter. Woo. 50 bucks. We're gonna run this at $37.
Someone did ask if we can talk about the club level food at I think this was it Polly?
It does change. There's usually your breakfast options are pretty good. Yes, Polly.
It was Polly.
So breakfast options were pretty good. They had eggs, they had bacon, they had sausage. You could make toast, you could have cereal.
Bagels.
Juices galore, pog juice, orange juice.
They had crackers and cheese.
Coffees, all type of stuff that you could think of.
Yep.
Congrats, cry. Pink Alamode LE3 Hunt Coffee.
Coffee.
$50 normally. We're gonna run him at 37 bucks for Bruno. It's got rats too.
And they actually had like pop in their refrigerator that you could
grab and go, nice easy.
All sorts of nice things.
Then the middle one.
Their food's a little adventurous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's things that maybe if you've got picky eaters, they wouldn't want to try it.
I feel like the options were better at Grand Destino Towers.
They are better at Grand Destino.
They're not were better. They are better at Grand Destino Towers. Opinions on Coronado. If you're staying in the towers, it's amazing. Yeah. If you're staying in the regular rooms, it's okay.
If you pick one of the preferred rooms, we did stay in a preferred room.
Preferred was pretty nice.
You had to walk, but it wasn't as big of a walk as being on the other side of the water, which you could get put at, which is a long walk. So, and the rooms were nice there, even in the preferred area. They were very nice rooms.
Cruella DEC. This is a limited edition of 250. 65 normally. We're gonna run that at 49 bucks. We have not stayed club level in Grand Floridian yet.
No.
That's probably
I
gonna.
looked into it, but I don't know. It's for the price of it. I don't know.
I know you weren't feeling it when
Yeah.
you were looking it up. You definitely were not
I
feeling it.
think they're along the same lines of the Polynesian, where it's one building. So I don't think that you're with the main building. I think you're one
It's
of the
your own
back
floor.
buildings, and it's yeah, but with Polynesian, it was the whole building. That was all club, from what I can remember. Because we were on the bottom floor, and we walked up.
Yeah, that whole one
I
could have
think
been.
we were
Yeah.
in the whole building.
There we go.
JMC Lane, congrats.
Next, Ursula Ellie of 250. 65 normally. We're gonna run that at 49 bucks.
But out of all of them, I mean, we've only stayed
Gorgeous pin.
we
Yeah.
stayed club level 3 different locations, and Contemporary was our least favorite.
Yeah. Polly was like our middle, and then Coronado was our favorite.
Travelita, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Geckin.
Welcome to the Figment family. Great grab on that one.
Our kids loved the club level at Grandestino Towers too. Like that was definitely their favorite types of foods.
They went and just hung out in the actual
It's a
club
huge
level.
space, so it's
They
the
grabbed
biggest space.
books in their switches, and they were just sitting in there
Yeah.
nibbling on food and drinking drinks.
You have a great view. It's spaced out.
And if you're an adult, the mimosa flights.
Mhm.
Oh, they had a candy apple mimosa flight. They made me my own mimosa. It was called the Imagination Mimosa, but they said this is specifically for you. AP stamp on there. This is limited edition of 400 for Figment. Normally 60. We're gonna run this AP at 45 bucks. Let's go.
So the bell is for new people, and the goat is for when you hit one of the tiers. So
Tiers, you get a coupon.
you get a coupon. We're shouting it out just to like let you know, hey, you got it.
Clip that coupon.
Yeah, click the coupon. But yeah, so it's fun. It's so much fun staying on property, whether it's club level or not. Like it's so much fun.
Elopes, congratulations on that one. I love this pin. This might be one of my favorite pins. Every time I get it in a collection, I'm like, I love it. I love it so much. I like when other characters dress up as other characters. I like when characters dress up as other characters. 25 normally. We're gonna run it at 19 bucks. Let's go.
So Brinley, I would just recommend going onto YouTube and searching the resorts. So if you're interested in a certain couple of resorts and you're not sure which one to pick, I would look on YouTube because that's what we did.
And look at videos that are closer to the time now.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, don't look at stuff that's 2 years old because, especially with club level, you might have completely like missed it. Cry, congratulations.
That's what we do all the time when it comes to like making a decision on something.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Dewey has Huey and Louie tied up. This is a nice pin on pin. 30 normally. We're gonna run that at 22 bucks.
There we go. That was for the wife. She likes Figment, but wants to be running in the big raffle. Aw.
I don't think anybody saw this next pin or what he's holding in his hand.
It's a great pin.
Because we have people that are always about getting the marriage pins, but I don't think they even realized that this was a marriage pin.
Juniva. So what is your favorite moderate resort?
I love Riverside.
Yeah.
Like Riverside is thing, but then like where do you lump Fort Wilderness?
Fort Wilderness, is that considered?
Where's Fort Wilderness lumped in? Because that whole Fort Wilderness renting a cart
That is so much
and
fun.
riding it around, it is so much
I
fun.
don't think I've had like such a fabulous vacation before.
So do you see Groom Mickey with the nice little wedding ring there? This is from 2000. This pin is 25 years old. I have it at 20 bucks. We're gonna run this at 15 bucks. Let's go.
So club level is not DVC. It's
Imagine
just,
proposing with that pin.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
It's So at club level's not DVC. It's just you pay a premium, so you're paying more for your room,
Hmm.
but you're able to go to get breakfast for free. It's part of your stay, and it's exclusive for club level guests. They have drinks throughout the day that you can come and just grab, even if it's just to like take to the parks with you. They have Uncrustables for your kids, for you if you like
Hmm.
them. So yeah, it's just like, and then they have happy hour at night, where they'll put out wines and beers and
And
stuff
desserts.
and desserts. So it's like an all day thing from like somewhere like 6 or 7 in
Seven,
the
I think
morning.
it's like 6 or 7 in the morning until like 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
And they have all kinds of things. They can make special drinks for you, things like that.
yeah.
The dining in Disney. It's the barbecue Roundup Rodeo. Ellie of 2,545. We're gonna run that at $34. Let's go.
Any tips for Halloween party? Last time we went, the lines were so long we didn't do any candy. Really, no candy.
We got so much candy, and I
We
mean,
went from line to line, but this was a few years
it
ago
might
that
be
we
in it, but
went.
it might also be when you're going.
Yeah, if you're
We
going
went like
at a
when there
busy time.
when I we got so much candy. The lines were so long. I don't. That's crazy, Tina.
Wow.
Huh?
When did we go when we went? Do you remember what month we chose?
Oh, I forgot. It was in October. It was the month
Yeah.
before September.
Okay.
I think we went at end of September, and we had so much. 40th anniversary of Epcot Center, $25 for Figment. We're gonna run him at $19.
Isn't Oogie Boogie the one at Disneyland?
California Adventure,
Yeah, so
yes.
we haven't ever done that one. We've not been out there during that time.
Julie's only been to Disneyland twice,
Yeah.
and I have been there twice in my adult life.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I went a whole bunch of times with my parents.
Emily Kahn, 1984. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
We stayed at Caribbean Beach the one time, and conveniently enough, they had us right across that bridge in one of those buildings. So
We literally walked across the bridge and we were right there. It was so
So
nice.
that stay for us was really, it was very nice. We enjoyed our stay there. But I would imagine if you're further away from that bridge, you're
It's
probably
bad,
not
yeah.
loving it.
Disneyland Paris, Chippendale, 25 normally. We're gonna run that at $19.
There we go.
No, but I think that's the big thing is like it's all about where your room's placed in some of those bigger places.
Yeah.
Like it can make or break the entire experience. Caribbean Beach, we had a great time, but I had one time with my mom and dad where with Caribbean Beach, my mom never got preferred rooms. She always got the cheap room. So we were all the way at the very end and we had to walk a long way just to get the drinks refilled. Like you have these refillable mugs
Yeah,
and you're not able to use them.
that's kind of a pain.
Look at that one. Figment 35th anniversary trifold. $40 normally. We're gonna run that at $30. Really cool pin. Trifolds up into that, but then pops down. It is a heavy pin.
I just realized I missed the 160 giveaway.
Oh,
That one.
we did miss the
So
160.
get in on the giveaway. Richard will show it to you in just a second.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'll show it to you in just a second. Congrats,
Victoria.
And Victoria just hit fragments here.
The Chef Mickey pass holder magnet, which of course, like I said, these are all old retired ones. Julie was going through the garage and was like, "What do we have that's kind of cool?"
I know.
And that's what we were looking at. So the April of the Castle series that they did over there. This is I can't even think of it. It's a Small World. I don't know why I couldn't think of It's a Small World. It's a Small World from the Castle series, Disneyland Paris. It's a limited edition of 700. 45 normally. We're gonna run it at $34.
There we go. The giveaways that we're doing that includes international are going to be the chef's special pin, which is a gummy bears pin, and then also the $250 Disney gift card. Those are the only two that are international giveaways for today.
Mm-hmm.
We don't normally run
JK,
international
congrats.
giveaways because it would cost us a lot of money to have to ship to you guys, unfortunately.
LE of 3050, weird number. For the 65th anniversary of Sleeping Beauty. $40 normally for Maleficent. We're gonna go ahead and run her at 30 bucks.
30 bucks. Staying at Caribbean Beach in July.
I heard that, Vetric.
I don't know if we have any tips for you. We purchased, I think, the preferred room, so maybe that's why we got one of the buildings right across from the bridge. I'm not really 100% sure, but
Maybe they call that easy access or whatever from
right,
where you're
right,
going.
depending on where they're putting you. But no, I mean, just enjoy yourself because it's still a great resort. There's a lot to do, and we love the fact that it's so close to the um oh my
Ashton,
gosh,
congratulations.
The Riviera Resort, and then you've got all of the Skyliners there, like
Yeah,
getting on that and just having fun. Like we don't even go to the parks most of the time. We just like get on
I
and
really do feel also that it's all your trip is really dependent on what you're planning on doing.
yeah,
Like if you don't come here that often and you're trying to get as many rides done as possible,
you're gonna be exhausted.
you're gonna be exhausted
We've
and
been
you're gonna be
there.
all day at the parks. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
we've been
Is
there.
Figment your favorite character? No, I love Stitch. That's a joke. I love Figment. Limited release. Lord, it's not Darth Maul. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. What is happening? Limited release. Lord Darth Vader as my wife. $30 normally we run that at 22 bucks.
Yeah, we enjoyed the Caribbean beach rooms. Like their rooms are very nice. I think in most cases, all of the resorts have been updated, so they all have really nice rooms now. So I don't think there's really a completely bad stay at a resort.
No, I think
Even
I
the room at Kidani Village was gorgeous.
oh the
I
room
loved
was
it.
amazing.
It was
I
just,
just wish it would have been closer to the main
miles
thing.
away from everything.
Why do I love Figment? Can I show the board? We got a minute and 20 seconds.
How much more are we doing here, bud? Because
I don't know. A little bit more. We're gonna do a little bit more. I'm looking at the time and I'm seeing it, and I know what I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Um, so if you can't tell, I do like Figment. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Oh, there's more there. Oh, there's more there. There's some there, and there's also some there. Yeah, there's a lot of Figment. So we moved down here probably almost. It's gonna be about 8 years now, and I made the decision of I had about 30 or 40 Figment pins, and I made the decision of I want every single solitary Figment pin that there is. So when I say this, and I say I'm the Figment guy, and I know about pins, I have every single Figment pin that Disney has ever created of Figment. Not just one, not just two, every single solitary pin that Disney has ever made of Figment. And yeah, so like when people show you their pin boards and they're like, here's my collection, all 731 of them at the moment until they add more Funko Pops, everything else. The pin board is this is a fun story. So I always like to ask this question 8x4. Can you guess how much I paid for this board intact? How much did I pay for that? How much did I pay for this cork board? $5. No. There it is. Sin got it. 25 cents. This is a board that was hanging in Disney on Disney property. It was from Cast Connections, and I got it for 25 cents. And like I said, it's got every single Figment pin that's ever been created by Disney, released by Disney. There's some unreleased stuff on here. There's some fantasy pins. There's the profile. He's the big boy. But there's some fantasy pins in here. There's some, there's a fantasy profile. The jumbo. Look at this pin. That's one pin. It's got 6 backs on it. This one's got 4 backs on it. We call this one the dinner plate. Club 33. Oh, right there. There's the Club 33. So that one was, yeah, that was a Club 33 exclusive that they released for Festival of the Arts. Thank goodness I have some buddies. is Figment Julie's favorite also. Not even close. No. Julie likes she collects Ewoks. That's a Da Vinci pin, Figment pin. I just love it because he's holding his thumb. It's amazing. There's another trifold. But yeah, just so much stuff. Too many pins. I really don't have a favorite. I have a couple that like. This was my first Grail that I was looking for with the rainbow in the bucket, and then the monorail was another Grail that I was looking for. Love that one. I remember when I got the jumbos. I got this, 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 and I think it was that one. And they're expensive now. All four of those are expensive. And the lady had them listed on eBay, and nobody had bid on them. And she sent an offer for all four of those for $600 for those four jumbos. And I thought about it for a second, and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend $600. I want to explain that to Julie, because there was a point in time where Julie was like, I pay $25 for a pin on eBay, and I get the side eye. So the little guys, oh, they're on the board. They're in different spots. But yeah, so no, that was one of those weird ones where 600, and I was like, I'll do it. She sent the offer, and then I later on, like those, like the one pin is worth, is that people are selling them for $1,000 now. And here's Julie's board. So there's our pins. She's got to add our two new pins on there.
More pins I have to
Yeah.
add, actually.
Becky, Julie is Becky complete.
Woohoo!
Good job, Julie. She's got a whole bunch of Ewoks. She loves Wicket. Her favorite is actually Teak. And that's Teak piece of history right there. Yeah, those two are pieces of history. She got some Wally. She's got some of the Star Wars characters. I don't know. She attached to those pins when they came out. That's how what happens.
So
You open a mystery box, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love them, and she attached to them. We got the Cabins of Fort Wilderness pin that we just got the last time we went. Cruise line stuff is all from when we were doing our honeymoon and everything. The what do they call it? The Titanic pin?
Le Coeur de la Mer.
The Coeur de la Mer. All for castles, JoJo's Circus. The wedding pin is from when we were the year that we got married is that one. So there you go, babe.
Yeah.
You're good. That's Julie's board.
That's my board.
That's Julie's board. Show some more pins.
I have to add like 4 pins to it, I think.
Mm-hmm. You got like 4 pins, Dad? Jeez.
I think 4.
Yeah, you got an Ewok too. I remember you bought that one Ewok.
Whatnot pin because it was from Whatnot Con.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff.
Alice in Wonderland spinner. So this is that Shanghai spinner series we've had a couple of today. So the Alice in Wonderland Shanghai spinner, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $22.
I love the castles too. I'm so excited for the Wave B to come out
Mm-hmm.
for both Disneyland and Walt Disney World because they look so amazing. I can't wait to have them. I'll have to redo my board again. Congrats, Nora. But I don't want to be Ewok complete. I know I saw somebody commented that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Ewok complete. I just collect the ones that I like.
The number
I've been gifted some of them.
The number one thing I've always told people that are brand new into this: pick one character, one theme, or one movie. All pins are pretty, and you'll have a problem very quickly. Lock, Shock, and Barrel, the stretching room portrait, 25. We're gonna run that at $19. Well, you will definitely have a problem in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I have several problems.
Don't be like me and end up with 9 collections. You're not alone in that, though. There is a lot.
I mean, there are certain characters that it would almost be impossible to go complete.
Yeah.
I remember there was somebody saying at one point in time they were going to collect every pin that there was, which would never happen. There's stuff that you will never ever see in your entire lifetime. So there's no way to get every pin ever that Disney's ever made.
Victoria Gal, congratulations.
Disney villains?
Yes, Nurses Day was already ran earlier.
$30 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 22 for the villains spinner.
Here we go. How long did it take you to be Figment complete?
About 4.5 years. It was a surprisingly short amount of time. I literally went to Pinpicks. They have where you can have little tiny pictures of all the pins you need, and I take pictures and I scroll down the page and take a picture and scroll down the page, and I would just basically keep doing that. There we
Mandy,
go.
congratulations.
Next, Figment limited release for Flower and Garden. He's the pass holder exclusive pin. 25, we're going to run him at 19. So basically, I would take these pictures and I would post them in on Facebook groups. And if you've been around for a while, you might have even seen them at one point in time. And I called it the Figment Quest to Complete. This was before I even called myself the Figment guy. I was doing this. And as I would get them and as I would do trades and get stuff from pin events, people would then bringing me pins at pin events to trade or buy from them.
Ash Yash, congrats.
The list just got shorter and shorter. And I just kept marking them off one at a time. And then there became stuff that no one even knew about. Somebody went and made the joke that says, "You're so complete on Figment, you're even more complete than Pinpicks."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of true. LE of 2,500, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 22 bucks.
I worked at Disney for what was it, 8 months in 2019.
Mhm.
And they have cast connections where cast members can go in and there's cast exclusive stuff. And so yeah, that board happened to be there right before I ended up leaving the company. We found that board and it was like perfect.
It was perfect, yeah.
He can keep filling it and filling it and we didn't
Congratulations,
expect
Kathy.
to get that crazy full so fast, but
Oh, it escalated quickly. It really
there's
did.
enough room
Here it says LE of 4,000, and it is
on it. Cinderella.
Cinderella. Wow, I couldn't even think for 5 seconds there. Cinderella 30 normally. We're gonna run her at 22 bucks.
There we go. Yep. Pinpicks keeps all of the pins documented. So unless there happens to be unreleased ones, or like Richard just got 3 that were not listed.
Yes.
But we know Molly, and we were talking to Molly. She didn't know they were out there, so she was actually ecstatic that we had pictures to send her.
Mhm.
So that she can add it.
This is a gold card surprise release. I love the gold card series that they used to do. It kind of felt elegant. It was park pins, but they were like elevated pins. I don't have a price on this, Julie.
Of course you.
So we got to do it at $1. It's a limited edition of 1,000. $1 start for the Tinkerbell. Hi, Fancy.
We don't use pin and pop. I know a lot of people.
Sometimes it
talk
pops
about
up on there,
it,
but I have not used
I
it.
don't use pin and pop.
She's walking away already.
We use pin picks, and then occasionally I will look at my pin central, but I've noticed that when I'm trying to refer to pictures of the pin backs, some of the pins that they have pictured are not authentic. So that's a little concerning. Sherry Regal, congratulations.
Moana 2, limited release. $1 start, Julie. I hear you,
You
Fancy.
did not, Jen. She's so funny.
So loud over there.
Katie H, congrats.
I'd look over at her and she'd be like, "I'm having fun. Leave me alone."
Yes.
25th anniversary of Epcot. It is Figment and Mickey Mouse from 2007. $20 normally. We're in 15 bucks. Let's go.
Don't buy cat toys. Buy hair bands.
Yes.
Fancy loves hair bands. That's what she's
Oh,
called. My God.
Oh my gosh! If it wasn't. Oh, I want to move it. I want to move it so bad.
You guys totally missed it.
Oh.
I'm sorry we were running the auction, we couldn't show her, but she was just holding one of the hairbands.
She had that hairband in her mouth, coming and crying, and then she dropped it on the ground and plopped on the ground. Fancy.
Yes. You are so
Fancy. You can't be that cute, honey.
Is this the one?
That's the one, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Limited edition of 1500. This is a gold card series also. Haunted Mansion, The Hitchhiking Ghost, 35. Normally, we're going to run that at 26 bucks.
If she does it again, we're taking the pin and we're pivoting.
She's playing right now.
Because that was the darn cutest thing. Does this one glow?
This one does not glow.
Okay. She's adorable.
She's having way too much fun.
Congrats, Tina Khan.
DVC, Stitch and the Turtle. 30 normally, we're going to run them at 22 bucks for the Alani DVC pin.
There we go.
How you doing over there?
I'm running out of space.
I don't have much more room. Okay. Congratulations, Victoria. Next, let's see what we got. I like this one. Figment LE 5000, 25 normally. I like these, the topiary, like succulent figment. 25 bucks, we're going to run them at 19 bucks.
Yeah, I always had a thing for Wicket. But I'll be honest, like, Teak from the Battle of Endor, he is just so adorable. And when I was a kid, I took a Polaroid picture of him while he was on the screen. So I have a picture somewhere because I liked Teak so much. So that's why his pin on my board is officially like my favorite pin because I love Teak. Jen Coral got fragments here.
Either of you going full-time pins, y'all we don't. I have a job. I do. I have a job. I do every single. Well, not every day, but I go to a job and I enjoy my job, and I make
not so great money.
I make okay money there.
Right, it's for the medical. We need the medical.
$1 start, babe.
$1.
Limited edition of 4,000. Baloo and Mowgli.
But I do this full time because I'm always doing everything on the back end. So I'm packaging, I'm getting ready for the shows, I'm entering things that you guys can purchase in the Buy It Now. So it does take a lot of time. I did work at Publix before this, and I enjoyed that, but at the same point, it was stressful trying to do both things at once. So
agreed. Yep.
All right, Doc Gog, and they just hit fragment tier 2. Make sure you clip your coupons. If you're hitting one of the tiers, you have a coupon waiting up at the top for you. So make sure you redeem it.
Nemo, limited edition of 2,000. 30 normally, we're going to run that at 22 bucks.
But yeah, that's why Richard always jokes and says, get yourself a Julie. Because like
she's the man.
I'm doing everything behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
And it I do feel like it runs smoother because, you know, there's somebody here to do it. So
Kiki, congratulations. Julie.
Richard.
I'm gonna need you to do something for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to find a loop of a certain song.
Okay.
That I need you to play for the last 20 pins of the show. Because it's been such a long time. It's been such a long time. And we have so many new friends and we've had such a good show. Let's go out on the highest note we can. You guys have never been here for Fireball, but get ready. It has been a while and I am ready. $1 sudden death Fireball is about to happen. And I'm grabbing good.
Give me a second though. Don't start yet. And you know it always plays a commercial with her.
I know it always plays a commercial. Time to get nervous, guys, because it's going to go crazy.
Watch, this will be the one time it doesn't.
That it doesn't play it?
No, then, yeah, it automatically will start it.
I'm sweating already. If you've been here before, you know what's coming.
Yep, it totally did.
Totally went right into it.
Okay, now I got a commercial.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I want to just grab some stuff that I know for sure.
Let's turn it up just a little bit. Commercial time.
Grab some things. Oh, that's a good one.
So when are we doing these big giveaways, Richard? Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know. Well, we're going to do some Fireball. During Fireball, we are going to run the giveaways. So while we are doing Fireball, we will be doing the giveaways. So
First giveaway.
give it a second. Give me just give me a couple of seconds to grab what I want to grab. Because I want to grab a couple of things.
Well, good thing this is a long ad that I'm not skipping.
That is a good thing.
Did you run the Dalmatians on the bus?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Dalmatians on bus did get run.
The giveaways, once we put the giveaways up, it will automatically have like a button for you to enter, and then you just have to make sure that you're in the room the entire time while it's running. It will run for 5 minutes. If you leave the room, you're automatically not eligible for it anymore. It'll bump you out of it. So just keep that in mind. But we are going to be starting that in just a minute. I thought you were ready, mister. This is your
I think I'm about ready now.
Are you ready? You have
I think I am about. I got enough to at least get us going.
All right.
Turn it up too.
Why is it starting there? Stop starting there. All right.
Okay, you guys have never been here for Fireball. We start off with a Kindle and we burn it into a full-on flame, guys. Limited edition of 400, the DEC poster series from DSSH. $1 start. This is a 10-second auction.
Here we go. And then giveaway. Giveaway number 1 is up and running. This is our 700 plus bookmark giveaway, which is the Chef
Special
Gummy Bears. Ellie, of 250?
Yep.
Cheer,
Congratulations. Limited edition, 250. Alice in Wonderland. Look at that. That is a $1 start. Let's go.
Are we doing sudden death? I didn't put it as sudden death.
I don't know. I don't remember. I might have said. I can't remember whether I said it or not. It's a $1 auction. Have fun.
I can change it. We need to show the gummy bear pin after.
Yes, I'll show the gummy bear after this.
You said it, but that's okay. I can change it. Congrats, Angie.
Angie, congratulations.
Show you that while I change it to
this is the gummy bears.
Can we talk to me because I don't know what you're saying?
2-0. 20.
20 seconds?
Yes. Thank you. Limited edition. This is 300. Happily Ever After. Ariel and Eric. DEC. Let's go. Run it.
Sudden death.
Sudden death. 20 seconds. Get it.
You're so confusing to me. I didn't hear any of the sudden death part. I'm sorry. Fireball. No gong today. We're just going to move forward.
Corgi Mom, great grab on that. Got it. $50 under retail. Ellie 300. Anna and Christoph. $1 start. Sudden death. 20 seconds. Get it while you can.
did. Fireball. Congrats, Jen Coral.
Jen Coral, congratulations. Next one, Tales of the Sword, Tinkerbell. $1 start, 20 seconds. Let's go.
Sudden death. Because they are getting a good price on it, Van Ellen. That's why they're saying good grab. Good grab. It might be a high price for you, but it's a good grab on what they're getting.
I mean, Corgi Mom got the pin at $50 under retail, so I think that's pretty dang good. Limited edition of Fragmenteer. Limited edition of 250 Moana with the relative. I'm not gonna say the dead relative. I think it is. $1 start, 20 seconds. Let's go.
Grandma.
It's her grandma.
Still a minute and a half to get in on the Gummy Bears giveaway.
We were going to do these until 200 or until the last auction's done.
Legit.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
I don't know where my mind was. All right.
Too legit to quit. Great grab. Stitch, Lilo and Stitch Marquee. $1 start, 20 seconds sudden death. Let's go.
Welcome to the Figment family. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I didn't get to spit out what I know.
They didn't get to say your thing, man. We ain't got time.
45 seconds until the giveaway.
Tina Khan, great grab on that one. Next, limited edition of 1,000. Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the plastic, never coming out of there. $1 start, 20 seconds sudden death. Let's go. Too much?
Yes, that's
I don't like that. I'm trying to write over here. Congratulations. Oh, how about this?
Run and show the Gummy Bear pin.
This is the giveaway. Who's getting it? Good luck, everybody.
Traveling
Gingerly. Congratulations. That's coming to you.
And then show them what's next.
Well, I'm going to show them this next. Well, this is next. Congratulations. $250 Disney gift card and $1 start. Ariel, look how big this pin is. $1 start on that. 20-second sudden death. Let's go.
Here she goes. And giveaway's running. Good luck, you guys. Well, it's not running, but you can enter it now.
But good luck.
Good luck.
There aren't going to be backs on these ones. Just
Why?
because I don't have backs on. So if you want to throw them there, I'll pop them off. Thank you, babe.
Congrats, Tracy. Oh my goodness.
Tracy, congrats. Good grab on that one. Limited edition of 300, Pink Mode exclusive. Alice in Wonderland, $1 start, 20-second sudden death. Let's go. I got my fingers and my toes crossed.
They are pretty pins.
Congratulations, Nora. Limited edition of 300, Pink Mode exclusive. It is the Coin Series Ariel, $1 start. Let's go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Seriously.
It does. There's definitely, I have to say, there's more people in this giveaway than there was for the $500.
Yeah, the $500.
Friday.
You guys, there's more people. Yeah, there's more people in here right now than the $500 giveaway. You missed it. And a $250. Congratulations, Ashton. Limited edition of 300, Carl Fredrickson, up WDI gorgeous pin, $1 start. Let's go.
Here we go. Did I win a giveaway earlier? Yes, I think you did. Fireball.
I think you won socks. It
I
could have
don't
been. It
remember.
could have been socks.
I don't remember.
WDI, Walt Disney Imagineering, the best of the best that Disney Pins makes. Congratulations.
Kristen. Love your picture wise, Kristen.
Let's see. What do I got sitting over here? Oh, that's a nice one. How about we do that? Limited edition of 200. I don't want to tell you how much this pin is. $1 start, 20-second sudden death. Ariel Artland Graily Grail pin. Get it. A lot. That pin is a lot. I know it's a lot. You know it's a lot.
If you leave and come back in, you might just want to double check
That you're in the giveaway.
You might have to re-enter. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but you're not disqualified. It's just if you're not in the show when it runs,
Very nice.
you'll be disqualified.
Limited edition of 400 Ariel. This was a WDI poster set that they had with Ariel and all the creatures. Limited edition of 400. $1 start. Let's go.
Shudokan.
Congratulations, Shudokan. Japan store exclusive Winnie the Pooh Mini Jumbo. $1 start. 20-second sudden death. Let's go.
There you go. We got some fragments here.
I did see some.
532 people in the show. Get in on the giveaway. It is good for international viewers as well.
Jen Mad, congratulations.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Welcome to the Figment family. Limited edition 300 Pink Owl Mode exclusive Hades coin series. $1, 20-second sudden death. Let's go. I shouted out a whole bunch of stuff right there.
Our next show is going to be on Tuesday.
$1 starts. All $1 starts on Tuesday.
If you like these kinds of $1 starts, come back Tuesday. Can you cancel what? No, there is no cancellations. If you bid on something, you win it. And it will get shipped to you. Josh
Wilson, congratulations. Next. Limited edition 300 Pink Owl Mode exclusive. It is the Oysters from Alice in Wonderland. $1 start.
Fireball. 10 seconds till the giveaway runs. Someone's going to win.
Good luck, everybody.
Someone's going to win. They're going to win before the auction's done. Good luck, you guys. Fingers crossed for you. Rebecca G. Not getting that.
No,
Rebecca G.
No. I'm showing Nora won that. And then there's your gift card, Rebecca. Congratulations. That's coming to you. We have 3 more dollar start sudden deaths. So let's get those going. From the Chef series, it is the dad from Turning Red. He's adorable. Limited edition of 250. $1 start. Let's go.
He is adorable.
Fireball.
Sneakin.
Here's a ridiculous one. I'm going to tell you how much this is. Limited edition of 100. 100. Limited edition of 100. Disney shopping exclusive. $1 start. 20-second sudden death. Let's go.
Ellie of 100.
That means there's only 100 of this pin that exists.
My goodness.
You collect Tinkerbell, get in there.
What if you collected carriages?
I mean, yeah, if you collected carriages, you feel very targeted. The wheels do not move. The wheels should definitely move. That is a missed opportunity. La Laura, congratulations. Are you ready, Julie, for the last one of the night?
Yes.
Artland.
What's that?
limited edition 200 Graily Grail
Ooh.
Ariel. She is gorgeous. Limited edition of 200. $1 start, 20-second sudden death. Let's close it out, hot guys. Thank you so much. That weather looks terrible out there.
It's very gray outside.
It's very gray outside all of a sudden.
Not snow gray either. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
So the best part about it is we're going to be doing dollar starts again on Tuesday. Come join out, hang out with us. Bring your questions, bring your enthusiasm, bring your fun, guys. Thank you again, Mel. Great grab on that one. Congratulations to Rebecca G, who got the gift card. That's awesome. $250 gift card. So much fun today. Chat, you guys ruled the day. You guys ruled the day. That was amazing.
You guys did awesome. You kept the show going.
No show next Friday.
Yes.
No show next Friday, 4th of July. We will not have a show. Sunday, we will have a show, and that show will be everything I traded for at the pin event, and it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a ton.
It's going to be a massive show. So.
And if anybody likes Olympics pins, I've got a whole bunch of Olympics pins coming. I know the 2 people that like Olympics pins. Bye, guys.
You guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with us.